to get on TV like Beavis and Butthead, whether it be behind a reporter, on the news, or bushwhacking in the stands. And it's such a thrill. It's the goofiest thing ever. If you've ever been on the big screen at a ball game, when you're just there and all of a sudden you're on the big screen, you just lose your mind. That's how it is when the home run comes in your direction. So, yeah, there's a sense of showmanship because we're trying to get on TV, but that's just pure elation, pure excitement and joy. When the ball comes our way, it's the craziest feeling. And we just know that the cameras are there, so we might as well bushwhack like Luke and Butch from the WWE. And we got a lot of airtime last night because we found our way right there in left field. And what a night. It was electric last night. We got to tell you all about it. What's up, Danny G?
What up? Good morning. I think Jerry Wiley on social media, he posted this. He said it best. They got more airtime tonight than when they were actually on ESPN.
And you know what?
I can't disagree.
He's absolutely right. We had more fun, I'll tell you that. It was so great last night. Baseball's they're really up to something remarkable. They figured it out. They got superstars. The event was amazing. And again, not our first rodeo. This is our 10th maybe home run derby we've ever gone to. And it was just as exciting, if not more than ever. Came down to the wire. Small market teams representing. So much to talk about.
Well, I was going to say there's so many angles from last night, but let me give everyone the quick backstory of bushwhacking and COVINO and Rich. Just a quick backstory so you know what the heck we're talking about. So our first derby, what do you say, maybe 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
We decided to tell our listeners, you guys, look out for us tonight. We're going to try to get on the derby somehow, some way. COVINO's going to be wearing the Yankee pinstripes.
It's like a little Where's Waldo sort of game. I think I see him.
I'm going to rock my old school Mets jersey. So you'll see us together. And if we think the camera's on us, we'll start doing the bushwhacker.
Whoa!
Remember the old WWE wrestlers?
Yay!
And we did it one year. And then the next year, we're like, let's do it again. And like COVINO said, it became more fun to try to unintentionally get on TV than when we're intentionally on TV or broadcast.
Not only a thrill for us, and it's a double thrill. The thrill of the home run ball coming in your direction, and you're there sharing in the moment with the crowd.
Yeah.
But the thrill of knowing that all your friends and listeners are going to see you on TV. So it's so funny. And
I don't know how to describe it because it sounds ridiculous. Because not to brag, we've had TV shows on different networks, different things we've streamed, but
sounds like you're bragging.
When you are unintentionally on TV like that, there's more of a joy. Like Danny G, one time I went with my wife to a taping of The Bachelor after the final rose, and they panned it on me and my wife clapping. More people hit me up for that than anything I've ever done on my own. So I think people love to see someone they know.
Yeah.
At I guess you would say a unique event or something, right? So last night, home run derby. I will say this. We go to the derby with our credential. We have our press pass. We don't have an actual seat. So I say, COVINO, follow me. And I just sort of go to left field, walk down the aisle, and I'm like, all right, I see some empty seats in the fourth or fifth row in left field. I'm going to sit there until someone tells us to move.
And guess what, Danny G?
No one ever came.
The
girls never came.
Nobody ever told us to move.
It helped that the two guys you chose to sit next to were wearing bright neon colored shirts.
Not only that, bro. It's such a small world that the guy we were sitting next to is from the same hometown as Rich. From the same area.
He goes, yeah, let's go Mets. And he had a Met shirt on underneath his yellow neon shirt. And he goes, yeah, I went to Sewanaka High School in Long Island. I go, dude, I went to his competing high school. We live 5 minutes from each other.
You went to Franklin Square? Cary High? And Rich was like, yeah. So, again, what a coincidence. How random is that? You have to realize Rich is from a small part of Long Island.
What's the chance?
Random high school.
We're in Atlanta.
We're in Atlanta, and they were welcoming of us to be there. And yeah, it was easy to spot us because we're sitting next to two dudes in neon green shirts. And what an exciting event. We said it every year and every time. We're still coming off that high and all the feedback because people are like, dude, I saw you a million times. It was hilarious. But it is the greatest sporting event out of all four major sports. We're not saying World Series, Stanley Cup, NBA Finals. We're saying, like, as far as events, it's the most exciting.
Or the Super Bowl.
So exhibition. It's the best exhibition.
It's the best, by far, the best, most fun you're going to have. If you have buddies you want to have fun with, if you have kids you want to build memories with, this is the event to go to. It surpasses the All-Star Game, I think, by a mile, in my opinion. That's how much fun it is, guys. And
like, I'm excited to go. I'm excited to go to the game tonight, but I told Covino tonight, and we're going to get to the Derby in a second. Just our observations. If you go to @COVINO RICH, @Rich Davis, @Steve Covino, you can see all the ridiculous photos and videos of us bushwhacking. Whoa. But the game itself tonight, I said, I'm most excited about the player intros and the first couple innings. I said, you know what? Like, that's what I'm most excited about. The Derby, to me, is that's the pinnacle.
Yeah, the All-Star Game,
exhibition.
It's an honor. It's special. You want to be there. Your heroes are all together. The camaraderie. You get to see everybody in one game compete. It's beautiful. The All-Star Game is great.
Yeah.
But the Home Run Derby is just a spectacle. It's an event. It's fun. It's exciting. And there's nothing like seeing these dudes just tee off and hit bombs, moonshots. I was saying moonshot all night. Moonshot. O'Neal Cruz. Moonshot. Oh my God.
Now, while
Caminero.
Cal Raleigh won, I think the swing I was most impressed by, where I was like, I've seen this guy play a lot, but watching him just tee off O'Neal Cruz, that swing is just something to marvel at.
It is insane. Like, there's extra pop coming off that dude's bat. And
I thought Rich was going to say Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, we're going to get to that. Well, we're going to get to that guy. But the feeling of, now Rich and I have never caught a foul ball or a home run out of all the games and derbies we've been to. Never. Yesterday, two balls came right at us. Literally one seat behind us, literally one seat in front of us. But the feeling of that ball coming at you, it's like a very intimidating feeling because it's up there forever, and you feel like the chosen one of 55,000 people. Like, oh my God, it's coming here now!
And you two jabronis had the big oversized promotional gloves. Oh, Covino at least in the photos. I saw you, Cove.
Oh yeah,
holding the big blue promotional glove they were giving away. That mostly you see the little kids holding.
Yeah.
But here's Covino, and you still couldn't catch the ball. That was right above.
On me. You're absolutely right, but one came closer to Rich than it did to me, and he said he'll tell you. He chickened out.
There was part of me because so the one in front of me, someone in the row in front of us caught one. It was too shallow. There's no way I could have got it. The one that the guy caught,
quitter,
right behind me. I second guessed. I'm like, if I would have jumped, I think I could have got a hand on it. But then I'm like, everyone's going at each other. If I jump, someone's going to body check me, and I'm going to go over a chair. Because I'll be honest, I was like, if I reached up, no. But I would have had to, extend.
Dude, if you've ever caught a home run, I'm sure people listening have. Or
feels like a meteor is falling out of the sky, and it's like, what? Oh, my, what? Ah.
It's the weirdest feeling ever because you're looking up at the night sky, and all you see is this ball coming in, and, like, everybody else fades. It's you and that ball. And you're like floating towards it, and it's coming down to you, and you're like, oh no, it's the craziest feeling ever. We came so close.
Yeah.
But then it lands. The guy behind us one time straight up lost his mind. He lost his mind.
I thought he was joking.
Cheering.
I thought this guy was joking, Denny, but he was having almost like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Like, he was so, baffled that he caught a ball. I thought he was honestly BSing us, like he was goofing around.
He was going to faint, because he was just screaming in pure excitement. And, guys, if you want to see our pure joy at its finest, like, truly the kid inside comes out. Just, again, check our social media, @Covino and Rich, even at Fox Sports Radio. You can see all the clips of us just losing our minds at the Home Run Derby because it is that fun to be there.
Yeah.
And I highly suggest to meet us in Philly next year, and then Chicago after that.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's our plan.
Next year's Philly, huh?
Yeah,
that's a great
that's our plan. So, again, we're Covino and Rich. We had a blast. We're excited for the game tonight, but let's get into this. Congratulations to Cal Raleigh, Seattle Mariners catcher, the big dumper hitting big bombs last night.
I mean, you knew it was going to happen because
not
only did McAfee start the home run derby by saying the guy with the sweetest ass in baseball, Cal Raleigh, not only did he came into the derby as the biggest name in it.
I mean, he only got there by 0.96 inches, not even an inch.
Didn't you lose a spring break contest by that same margin? Remember back? No, but I was going to say, he came in as the biggest name and the favorite to win. He's the home run league leader right now. The only guy giving Aaron Judge a run for the MVP. And not only that, he had a premonition, dude. Have you seen that great video circulating on TikTok and Instagram where, then this is the cool part about these athletes being so young, their lives have been recorded since they're babies because these kids were all born in the 2000s or late 90s. So you're looking at a dude who his parents have video of him saying, I'm going to be a home run champ one day.
And that's just another layer to the story and what makes it beautiful. It's watching his kids' childhood dream come true, and it was a family affair, as they said over and over again. If you didn't know it, Cal Raleigh's dad was pitching to him, and you got to think of all those days and years he was pitching to his kid in the backyard and working for this moment. And Cal's little brother was catching. And when I say little brother, the kid was a monster, but he was 15 years old. And they kept saying that he may have been the MVP of the event because he was really hyping his brother up the whole time, coaching him along the way, hyping up the dad, like, we got it. Like, just really getting everybody involved in the moment. And, again, what a amount of pressure for a 15-year-old kid to be a part of. A Major League Baseball home run derby, that's awesome.
That was one of the most memorable moments when the time was running out and he got that last swing off. And the catcher you're mentioning, kid pops up, dad turns around, and they're all watching it barely clear the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Barely.
They all celebrate together. That was one of the great moments.
It was a night of inches because, again, Cal Raleigh only qualified because he beat Brent Rooker of the A's by 0.96 inches as far as distance because it came down to – they both tied at 17.
How do you know?
That's how it came down. And that's
inches.
the difference between –
the robots know, Rich.
0.08 feet. Again, because they both hit a 470-foot bomb, but Cal Raleigh's was a little bit further, and like Danny G said, he barely cleared the fence in that home run derby. Says who?
Says who?
Elias of the Sports Bureau. I don't know. So,
I mean, let's be honest.
What a night
we
for
all,
the Raleigh family.
We all wanted Cal Raleigh. No offense to Rooker, but how do you measure that? Come on.
Well, it just adds to his magical season. How much does it add? We're going to debate that later on. But these are our observations. What were yours? What made you go, from the home run derby last night? We were there. We're going to tell you everything we experienced. Again, 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. We're live from All-Star Village. You never know who's going to stop by, but we do want to hear from you. And like I said before, not only is baseball getting it right and marketing their young superstars, and everyone's pumped about it, as we've been saying, baseball's popping, but the major market teams really had no impact yesterday.
Yeah.
When you think about who had impact, it wasn't the Dodgers, it wasn't the Giants, it wasn't the Red Sox, it definitely wasn't the Yankees with Jazz Chisholm's 3 home runs. What a stinker he put up. It was all the small market teams, the Nationals, the Twins, the Pirates, Caminero with the Tampa Bay Rays, Rooker with the A's. So it was like all these young superstars from mid to small market teams that were really stepping up. And it goes to show you, like, man, there's a lot of stars in baseball.
Well, you're an American League East fan because you're a Yankee dude. There's a lot of people that are like, Junior Caminero? Who? That might have been their first look at this dude. If you're not a diehard baseball fan, you might have not even have heard of Junior Caminero.
He put up a great fight and a great night. But you know what it shows you, Rich, when you think of all these young names that are hitting moonshots and putting on this event last night, the MLB is setting up to be great for like the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. So we could ride this train and enjoy it for at least another 10 years because all these dudes are so young, and we just hope that more continue to come up and they influence more young players to continue playing baseball because these young dudes are really delivering. It's fun to watch. Cal Raleigh's just another name to add to the list. Like, dude, what a show he put on. Congrats again to his family. It was a very special night. We were just honored to be there.
I think one of my observations, one of the things that made me go, last night at the Home Run Derby, I think Major League Baseball got it right. Meaning they figured out how to do the Derby. Every year or so, every sport out there changes rules. They changed the rules for a slam dunk contest or a three-point shootout. There's like the magic ball or the golden ticket or ball. Major League Baseball, remember, it's been outs, it's been timed, there's been golden balls that count for more. I love the 3 minutes with a timeout. Reseeding after the first round. Because remember, there were years where like two guys faced off in the first round and they had the highest score and one of them was out. I love the fact that all 8 guys went. Top 4 of the 8 move on, reseeding. 3 minutes.
Leave your hairline out of this, bro.
One timeout. And I thought it was the right way to do it. And the bonus 3 outs untimed.
3 outs.
With the extra out if you hit a ball a certain distance. I think as far as the rules go, it moved and it was fair.
Yes. As far as the rules go, baseball has it right. Coverage-wise, the only complaint I was seeing all over social media last night is people don't like the way ESPN split the screen.
I saw that. Now, again, that was after the fact, and I was going through social media watching all of our clips of us clowning out in the outfield. A lot of people were buzzing about, like, come on with that. The split screen was not the vibe last night. But congrats again to, well, first off, like you said, Rich, Junior Caminero of the Twins hit 15 in the finals, only to come up short to Cal Raleigh, who was just hitting bombs. And, again, props to his family. But your observations, your thoughts, feel free to share them. I do got to say that Jazz Chisholm, I think he's just making excuses right now. He said he didn't want to mess up his swing.
Then don't do the Derby, you putz.
He said he's not worried about it.
Come
he hit
on.
3 home runs in 38 swings. As a Yankees fan, I almost wanted to put a bag on my head in embarrassment.
Can I tell you, it's really funny.
But he said he didn't care. But, I mean, you're human, and you're a competitor. There is no way, I don't care how confident you are, I don't care how flashy you are, how many home runs you have, because he does have, 17 home runs at the All-Star break.
Yep.
He's an all-star. He belongs there, but there's no way he's okay with his performance.
And by the way,
no way.
I say putz lovingly. Jazz seems
is great.
Seems like a great dude.
He's great for the game.
But, I mean, that's sort of a poor performance. In fact, truth be told, I didn't see it. One time during the Home Run Derby, we were in left field. I had to pick a moment because Covino and I were both starving because we did our show. We were hanging at the Fan Fest, MLB Village, batting practice, doing all the little challenges. Went home, recorded a bunch of stuff for Sirius XM. But we realized, like, yo, did you eat? I'm starving. So I volunteered. I said, you keep our seats warm, bro. You stay here. I'll go get us 2 drinks. And what do you want? I went on a little food run. By the time I came back, I'm like, Jazz Chisholm's done? And Covino looks so, sad.
Yeah, it was so weak.
During one of the breaks, they had some high school students battle in the Derby, right?
Now, they're using aluminum bats, but those kids were raking, man.
One of the kids hit, 8-9 to win it. And I was thinking, what is Jazz thinking, like, when he sees the high school kid hit?
They were teeing
off. The kids were teeing off that even though they were using aluminum bats, even with wood bats, those kids would have hit some bombs because they were stroking. They had
like Clarence Carter, bro.
They be stroking.
Those kids to the east.
I don't think people see that on TV.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think it's just for the stadium.
They have the 2 high school kids that are going for the championship, and they have 1 minute during a commercial break. One kid hit 9 in a minute, and the other kid hit 8. And they weren't just clearing the fence. So aluminum bat, gives you maybe an extra 50 feet or so. But these guys are hitting 400 feet blast.
It's the reason why, Rich, you think you can hit a home run in a MLB
That-
ballpark.
which is why the challenge with an aluminum bat, 100% I
But
can hit a home
hold
run.
on.
Wooden bat?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. You're so full of yourself. It's crazy. I know you could hit.
Full of myself.
Yes, because you always discredit or undermine the pressure involved in the moment. You think you hit more bombs than Jazz Chisholm? He hit 3 when the bright lights were on. So when the pressure's on you, if we really built up to this moment, you think you're hitting bombs. Like, there's a lot of pressure involved.
Aluminum bat.
Okay,
Yes.
but you're forgetting, again, the pressure of the moment. You're immune to it, I guess.
Wood
Jazz
bat.
Chisholm wasn't, but you are.
Wood bat. In my mind, I'm like, oh, crap. What if I have warning track power? But aluminum bat gives you an extra 50 feet. Dude, if you play rec softball or baseball and you're hitting the ball 300 feet with
But
a
you know,
softball, I mean,
better than anyone. You sound like a bozo, that it's a rhythm. So you got to catch that rhythm. Is the rhythm going to get you? Are you going to get the rhythm?
dude, call me Gloria Estefan.
I don't know about that. I don't doubt the power, the fact that you as a grown man could hit one out. I get it. But can you hit it out when it matters and in that moment? If it was so easy, Jazz Chisholm would have had more than 3.
In my
It's a
mind,
rhythm,
in my
dude.
mind, it's like it depends on how long you have to. Like if someone said, Rich, you have 10 swings and that's it, then you're in your head like, oh crap, because you can.
Yeah, but you're also under a time limit when you're competing.
But 3 minutes though, 3 minutes with an aluminum
that
bat
goes
you
fast,
damn
and you
well
get
know how to do
tired,
it.
man. And by the way, how ironic would it be? I just want to throw it out there to say, I told you that was going to happen. How ironic would it be if Jazz Chisholm, who stunk it up last night with 3 home runs and 38 swings, how ironic would it be if he hit one tonight when it actually mattered in the game?
You know, it's so funny.
Because he's capable of it. We know that.
I was looking at DraftKings.
But he didn't belong there. That's the truth.
I was looking at DraftKings before the Derby, and Covino was so adamant. He's like, yo, I think Jazz Chisholm might pull the upset tonight. And because we're in the state of Georgia, I think things might be – I don't know what the gambling rules are. I was like, who cares? I was about to put like a hundo on Jazz Chisholm because Covino had a hunch, and I'm like so glad that hunch
He's not
was
built for that type of competition, but I thought he would come through just based on the way he swings, right?
Yeah.
And how he's throwing 70% into his swing just to make good contact, put good wood on the ball. But he stunk it up. Not to take away from the actual winner. Congrats, Seattle. You have a superstar. The first winner from Seattle since Ken Griffey Jr. When your name's put in that company, you're having a season.
Yeah.
And the first catcher, first switch hitter, I believe, to ever win the home run derby.
You see that picture, the beautiful picture of Cal Raleigh as he's winning was taken by Ken Griffey Jr.,
That's so cool.
which I thought was cool.
At one point last night, everybody stood up, fans of all different teams, and tipped their caps to Raleigh. It was a cool thing to see.
No, it is. It's cool. And what a season he's had. It's a magical one. Does that add to his MVP allure? We'll get to that later. We have a lot to get to later.
Yeah.
And like I said, you never know who's going to stop by. But we had a great time. The pictures prove it. The video proves it. Again, search at Covino and Rich on social media or at Fox Sports Radio. We're going to get to your observations, Fox Sports Radio Nation, Dan Patrick Nation, next. 877-99 on Fox. And we're going to talk about what would you give up now that we're halfway through the season and people are already buzzing about the NFL? What would you give up for your team to win? There's a few stories in the world of football and baseball. What would you give up if it meant your team winning?
For championship glory.
Yeah.
Think about that. We got a lot on the way. Covino and Rich in for DP. Now, summer's here, and it's time to get outside as the official walkie-talkie of the Dan Patrick Show. Rapid Radios knows how to bring the fun. There is nothing complex with Rapid Radios. It's very simple to use. We know this. We got Rapid Radios. So simple, in fact, you push a button and talk, and away you go.
Rapid Radios.
Rapid
to get
Radio.
started, turn them on, and enjoy the fun. We could send Paulie, Seaton, Spot, Danny, anywhere and be able to communicate with them clear as day.
Why don't you communicate with the Danettes right now?
I should.
Get started, turn them on, enjoy the
I think
fun.
I might.
They have nationwide LTE coverage, no subscriptions or monthly fees ever. True walkie-talkie ease with all the connectivity and technology of today. For small business owners, it's a perfect way to reach your employees anywhere nationwide. up to 200 units on one feed, and they're 100% private, ready to go out of the box. Visit rapidradios.com.
Limited time offer. Visit rapidradios.com to save up to 60%. Get free UPS shipping from Michigan and use code RADIO, R-A-D-I-O, RADIO, for an extra 5% off.
Cool.
Thank you.
What's up? Yeah, move the table forward like the flip. My side is.
Taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over. and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah!
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes!
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and
Search Covino and Rich wherever you stream your podcast and join the fun. We're having a lot of it. And, of course, we have a bonus pod called Overpromised. You could watch on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. It's a bonus pod. I think you'll enjoy it. Search Covino and Rich Overpromised wherever you stream. You can listen. In for Dan Patrick, live from the MLB All-Star Village here in Atlanta, having a great time. And Rapid Radios is the official walkie-talkie of the Dan Patrick Show. It's push-to-talk, nationwide LTE coverage service, no subscriptions required. Business owners, stay connected with your employees anywhere. Visit rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Covino, and you could hear that my voice is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I'm
because
trying
I
to
was
get there.
screaming like a schoolboy last night. Nothing gives me more childhood joy. I'm saying this. This is my quote. Quote me. Nothing gives me more childhood joy like the home run derby. It's so much fun. I'm a stick in the mud. I'm sometimes too serious for my own good. When a home run is coming in my direction, I lose all cool or sense of anything. I'm just like,
I'll be honest.
And I was bushwhacking my heart away last night, man. The Bushwhacker boys are back, Rich.
I want to talk about Cal Raleigh and Chisholm stinking and the whole derby, but
and the kids stealing the home run.
We got to talk about that, but
you gotta.
But not to sound self-serving, but honestly, if you go to our Instagram at Covino and Rich, there's one picture in particular on our story I label pure joy because it just shows that you could be a grown-ass 40-year-old man and a home run comes in your direction. It's all-star break. It's just so damn fun. And I'll leave it at that. But, Danny, I'm glad you brought up that kid. His name is Sam Musterer, and he's the son of an official scorekeeper for the Atlanta Braves.
What's his name? Colonel Mustard?
Yeah, Colonel Mustard. Sam Musterer.
Sam Musterer.
I think while they do tell these kids.
No, it's actually Sam Musterer.
Oh, there's three Ers?
There's three Ers, yeah.
They tell the kids, stay away from the wall, don't do this. But you know what? If I'm that kid, I'm thinking, F it, I just made a highlight reel forever. Everyone I know is going to be like, yo, dude, Sam, you robbed Caminero over a home run. And it counted.
In the moment, he was embarrassed. And I could feel that. Yeah, well, he was like, oh, no, I messed up the home run derby.
He told The Athletic that he didn't realize where he was, that he didn't realize he was so close to the wall.
Which
that was a snag.
Bro, you scaled the wall, though.
It was awesome.
Danny, I did notice one thing. And I know years ago, because I did see a clip emerge on social media, it's like, look at Pete Alonso laughing while he just smoked the ball off some kid's head. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more because there are like high school kids that shag the balls, but sometimes they'll rotate like, not to sound sexist, but they'll rotate in like young girls in the outfield, like maybe young softball players.
Settle down there, bro. It's 2025.
Get out of here. But you know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, my daughter's 8. Girls that seem not much older than my daughter. And like,
stop trying to make it better because you're a girl, Dad.
No, it is scary. Like I said, moonshots,
like,
and they're landing on little kids.
Like if O'Neal Cruz doesn't get under one enough and he hits a 110-mile exit velocity ball, I'm surprised more kids are like, ugh.
For real. But props to Sam Musterer. He's the 17-year-old son of a Braves official scorer. That's how he gets
Do you think
out
his
there.
dad got a little like, yo, your son's sort of effed up, or not at all?
No, because they ended up calling it a home run,
But
and
it made
he's
it
sort
cool.
of off the hook, and he's the most popular kid in school now as a result. That's a bragging right forever. He had a home run snag at the home run derby. Props to him. It was Junior Caminero's, I think, was that the final round when he hit 15? It was right at the end of the competition. You're like, my God.
He needed 3, and he had 3 outs.
Yeah, what
that's
a night.
That's what it came down to. And one last thing on the kids, the high school kids and the even smaller kids shagging the balls in the outfield. There were MLB executives and employees in the row Spotty and I were sitting in, and the MLB lady sitting next to me, she was telling us about how they asked them to stay pretty much away from the warning track and the wall. And she had her eye on one girl that was in center field. This girl was like a bowling ball. She was pushing other little kids out of the way.
So funny.
She dove and caught a couple. These MLB employees had their eye on one specific girl in center field, and that was half their fun, was watching the kids that they let onto the field.
Oh, and when you're at this event, we're really trying to encourage you guys to come and meet with us next year. Like I said, Philadelphia, then Chicago. I'm pretty sure that's the order. We hope to be back. Not only does MLB get it right and have all these young stars that get us excited, but they're blasting music through the whole event, which I feel like adds to the fun. It's like, you ever go to a family function or a birthday party and you go to the cookout and there's no music? It's just a gathering without the music. It's a party when you got the music playing. They were playing Heat Wave, Groove Line.
But I wonder, did the players give their playlist? Because I
know. They were playing Metallica.
But I wonder, like, does Cal Raleigh want Metallica? He's a young man.
Cal Raleigh had Joker and the Thief by Wolfmother playing in his final round.
But it had a country music,
He had country. It was so much fun. The atmosphere was electric. It was so much fun. And that just adds to it. The music, the excitement. And just everybody having a great time. We hope you enjoyed it on TV, and we hope to see you next year. We'll take the rest of your observations, too, at 877-99 on Fox. Covino and Rich in for Dan Patrick.
Now, I said it before, but I'll say it one more time. That video of him as a kid saying, I'm going to be the home run champion, and the fact that his
That's
dad...
when he was the little dumper.
That's when he was baby dumper.
Baby dumper.
When you see videos like that, and I said it before, we're going to see more and more and more and more of that because kids, Danny G, your son Co is what, 2? You and Brenda, your wife, have what, maybe 50,000 photos and videos of him. Meanwhile, there might be years of your life that you have 10 photos.
Oh, yeah.
As a child.
I have 3 pictures of myself when I was a baby.
Yeah.
3
baby photos.
There's easily 20,000 pictures.
And one of them's a mugshot, which is weird. I don't know what Danny did in kindergarten.
He was stealing graham crackers. He was stealing animal cookies. But I think it's interesting that we are going to start to see more and more athletes like, here's their childhood video of them taking batting practice with their dad when they're 5. And it's going to be like iPhone footage because we forget that some of these young dudes, they're all born in the 2000s for the most part.
You know what I think this does, too, to wrap it up, because we do want to talk about what you would give up for your team to win. We mentioned Cal Raleigh. He wins. He beats Junior Caminero. So a Seattle Mariner beats a Twin, but you had the Nats represented, Pirates, Tampa Bay, the A's. How do these other superstars, household name superstars like Aaron Judge and Pete Alonso, a former winner, how do they sit there and watch this? I know they're probably happy for the young guys, but as a competitor, you have to imagine that Pete Alonso has a little bit of FOMO not participating.
No,
he's won that title. No, maybe it lights a fire for people to participate more and get involved again.
I
you
don't
can't have
think
Jazz Chisholms out there without Aaron Judge participating.
No, because if
I know they've been there, done that.
No, but I'm saying like it would be like me saying, "Yo, Covino, tonight we're gonna go out to Magic City. I don't know, we're going out for dinner," and then you say, "Nah, bro, I'm gonna stay home in my room." You made your choice. You could have come. Aaron Judge.
So you
Pete
say
Alonso,
FOMO doesn't exist?
It does, but
you never like called out of something and then regretted it?
Yeah, but I'm saying FOMO exists usually when fear of missing out, FOMO, when your buddies go out or your wife is doing something and you're like, oh man, I couldn't go. I was caught at work or I had to watch my kids. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Aaron Judge, Pete Alonso, all these guys had every opportunity to participate. In fact, they would have absolutely taken the place of a junior or a Brooker or one of these younger dudes? Absolutely. So you can't say, man, they're sitting back watching and they're bummed. They had every chance and they just didn't want to do it.
Well,
I think you know what it is? It's like
I think Pete Alonso probably was kicking himself in the nards thinking, I might have won if I would have participated. I would have took home that sweet T-Mobile trophy and that chain. That chain was next level. Did you see it? It was dope.
Not only did I see it, did you guys see the stats on what kind of jewels were used?
I saw it. It looked impressive, and they showed a video of them making it and everything. It looked really cool, and believe me, like these are bragging rights. And I hate to say it, I do think that winning it will add to Cal Raleigh's MVP chances, even though I think it shouldn't. So as a competitor and as a guy who won it, I think Pete Alonso probably is thinking, man, I probably should have did it. Dude, everybody, he's human. Everybody has those feelings. You call out of work or you call out on a party because your toe hurts and you're not feeling good. You feel bad about it later on, like, I could have went. You don't think that guy could have is saying, man, I could have participated and won?
Could have done it.
Maybe, but I think it lights a fire for more competition in the future. Congrats again to everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. And again, next, we're going to talk Brock Purdy and Jarren Duran because they have something in common. Red Sox Jarren Duran. And it has to do with what they'd be willing to do if they won it all. If they won it all. So what would you be willing to do or give up if it meant your team winning it all?
It's a question that means more to people whose team has never won. So we'll break that down next. COVINO Rich, live from Atlanta, All-Star Village, in for the great Dan Patrick.
So personal information here, guys, but I sleep on a sleep number bed. Don't be jelly belly.
Show off.
You got to get one. Honestly, one of my favorite things at home, it's a conversation piece. When people visit, and it's not that often, I'm like, hey, you got to see my bed. Look, it inclines, reclines, declines. You got to see this thing. And my sleep number is 75. So I like it a little firm, but kind of soft, but a little firm. And
just
dude, when I'm snoring, there's a little button, and my girlfriend just hits it, and it lifts me up and elevates me so she could have a peaceful night's sleep. I love my sleep number bed. My sleep IQ is always up there. My girlfriend's is.
I don't know about your sleep IQ.
What do you mean? I'm getting a great night's
your sleep IQ. I'm sorry. Yeah. No,
Oh, sorry, Albert Einstein. Sorry, I didn't know you were Lanny Poffo.
The genius. But no, I also have a sleep number bed, and my sleep number, I like it a little mushier, like a 45 or 50. You can adjust, like you said, the softness, the firmness. You can elevate it. And you know what our video producer, Spot, he had heart surgery years ago and said the sleep number bed came in so handy because you could elevate it, get in and out of bed if maybe for older relatives
and it
as
helps
well.
you stay asleep. And people need their rest. It responds and adjusts to you all night. There's temperature solutions to help you sleep your best. It's a great bed. All Sleep Number smart beds feature cooling layers for soothing sleep throughout the night. Sleep just right with True Temp bedding designed to move heat and humidity away.
All right, why choose a Sleep Number bed, smart bed? Well, you can sleep just the way you like. The only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like. Whenever your life, you sleep. Your sleep number setting.
I think you need more sleep, dude.
I don't have my bed when I'm out of town. And now you can save up to $800 on select Sleep Number smart beds. Limited time exclusively at Sleep Number stores or sleepnumber.com/Patrick for details.
Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like,
Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense.
her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in.
Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
From MLB All-Star Village in Hotlanta. Really was hot and muggy. Besides all the excitement that we described for the past hour at the Home Run Derby, we were sweltering. It was hot and humid and sticky. Batwing duck, man. Batwing duck.
Yo, can I give props to Truist where the Braves play? Not that expensive. Compared to other stadiums and food.
I thought you were going to say beautiful ballpark.
I mean, it was a beautiful ballpark.
Because it was my first time there. I was impressed.
Yeah,
I was like, this is sweet.
It's a nice park. But they have a Chick-fil-A inside the stadium. I was expecting a chicken sandwich to be like $15, $20 because it's a stadium. It's like $9, which is like the same price almost outside the stadium.
What are you trying to say? I owe you $9?
No, I mean, I got Covino a hot dog. It was like $5. So remember, Danny, you gave us that list of like stadiums that were less expensive?
Yeah.
Atlanta brings it. So I'll give him that.
It's the ultimate baseball hotspot here in Atlanta.
Yeah, buddy.
You can be part of the excitement here at Capital One All-Star Village through today. Head to the Cobb Galleria for baseball fun, live entertainment, and interactive games. Buy tickets today at allstargame.com. We're pumped for the game tonight, but had a great time last night, as we've told you over and over and over again. Now, to wrap up everything for now, like I said, I think the competitive nature comes out. Not only do they want to win for the title, for the glory, but the prize and the trophy and that chain now, that means something. It's 14 karat gold, 50 carats on this bad boy. It says Derby champ. Look at that thing.
Dude.
715 diamonds on this.
Yeah, they honored Hank Aaron by having 715 diamonds. And did you see the rubies? 320 genuine natural Burmese rubies.
1,000 carat natural crystal quartz baseball. Georgia State stone is in this thing. But it was an impressive chain.
It's a waste. Give the guy the $1 million.
You're a guy that doesn't wear a chain or jewelry or anything flashy ever.
I'm not Mr.
But for
T.
guys like Jazz Chisholm, guys in the big leagues, guys with some swag, guys not like you, want that as part of the victory.
You think
yes.
Cal Raleigh wants some
yes.
gaudy ass
You
chain?
didn't see him on the big
on.
screen afterwards flaunting that chain? Richie loved having that around.
Exactly. Rich wears like generic sneakers. You think Rich cares about a chain?
I'm wearing nothing like
But I'm saying, how are you going to downplay, yes, a young dude.
Wearing nice.
Put those bad boys away. They stink. So anyway.
Put your pandas away.
Yeah, Rich is wearing Nike Pandas. So anyway, it's Covino and Rich in for Dan Patrick, and we're excited about the game tonight, but we're halfway there. We're excited about the season. So we ask you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, Dan Patrick Nation, Danettes, everybody hanging out with us, what would you give up if it meant your team could win it all? Now, Rich already said it before. It kind of matters more if your team hasn't won in a long time, or ever for that matter.
Yeah, like if you're a Dodgers fan, it'd be like, what would you give up for a World Series? Like, I don't know, like nothing. You won last year. You could. The stakes are not the same. Like,
I mean, unless you're super diehard wackadoodle fan and live for it.
Before 2016, ask a Cub fan this. Before 2004, ask a Red Sox fan this, and you might get a different answer. Ask a New York Jets fan. What would you do for a Super Bowl? Better yet, a Cleveland Browns fan. The answers are going to vary based on...
I'm going to ask Spot what he would do for a Klondike bar. What would you do, Spot?
What would you do?
He's thinking about it.
But
there's
you know
two related stories as to why we even bring this up. One of them involves your boy, Brock Purdy. Now, behind the scenes, when we're doing our show, we're just sitting there bantering, but we drift off. We start looking at the monitors. We have TV screens all throughout the Fox Sports Radio studios in L.A., I remember seeing this clip. I forget. I want to give credit to the show, but your boy Brock Purdy's sitting there like a little schoolboy. He looks like he's 15 years old being interviewed on some...
He was on Bussin' with the Boys.
Was it Bussin' with the Boys?
Yeah.
He's on some show, and I see the little caption come up, and it says, I would do prison time if it meant winning a Super Bowl.
He said he would spend 1 year in jail.
He would give up 1 year of his life in prison for a Super Bowl.
Well, what type of prison is this?
Yeah, exactly. I think that matters. And Jaron Duran of the Red Sox also said he'd give up some stuff. We'll tell you all about it. But what would you give up if it meant your team won it all?
Yeah, I have a dirty layer to this question.
All right, nice.
We'll get to next. Covino and Rich in for Dan Patrick, live from Atlanta, All-Star Village, Major League Baseball. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes!
We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like, "Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense." Her mom walked in. "Can you believe he was dead the whole time?"
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, "Oh, look at that bozo over there," and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like, "Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense." Her mom walked in. "Can you believe he was dead the whole time?"
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, "Oh, look at that bozo over there," and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners.
Yeah,
That's
hour
us.
2, day 2 of the Dan Patrick hat trick.
Yep.
Covino and Rich, always a pleasure filling in for Dan Patrick. And thank you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, Dan Patrick fans, for hanging out with us, putting up with us, live from the MLB All-Star Village in Atlanta. It's the ultimate baseball hotspot. You can be part of the excitement here at Capital One All-Star Village through the day. Head to the Cobb Galleria for baseball fun, live entertainment, interactive games. Buy tickets today at allstargame.com. And, again, you never know who's going to stop by. Coach Ballgame, who's such a big deal, stopped by yesterday. That guy is really blowing up as we speak. And I heard Brian Jordan's in the area. He might be stopping by. But, again, you never know. So
yep.
We hope you stop by. If not this year, maybe next year we'll see you. Covino and Rich, Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 on the West, 5 to 7 on the East. Search Covino and Rich wherever you stream your podcast. We'd love to hang out with you on the daily. But let's talk a little baseball, football, basketball, whatever you're into, because what would you give up if it meant your team could win it all? Now, we're going to give away prizes today. We might do some trivia, so stick around. But Brock Purdy was in the news at the end of last week, I believe. We're sitting there in the studio. We're watching Brock Purdy being interviewed. We're not listening. We're just watching it, and we're saying to each other, look how young he looks, man. He looks like a schoolboy, this kid. I think he had his hat on backwards. He's sitting there. And the caption was, I'd do a year in prison if it meant my team could win it all. I'd spend a year in the big house for a Super Bowl. And just the other day, we were talking to some baseball fans, obviously, and Jarren Duran came up of the Red Sox, and according to Red Sox reports, Jarren Duran has pledged that if they won the World Series, which isn't going to happen. I mean, they're streaking, but beat it, Red Sox.
They've won 10 in a row. I mean, the Yankees fan you are, so of course you're going to say
I'm a Yankees
fan.
Jarren Duran, the Vato Loco forever, pledged to donate 50% of his World Series bonus to charities supporting children who love baseball but can't afford to play should the team win a World Series. So he'd give up half of his bonus if they won it all. And it just got us thinking, well, what would you give up if it meant your team could win it all?
I think those two examples are so extremely different. Brock Purdy said he'd go to jail for a year.
I mean, he needs it.
Durant said he'd give up half of his bonus money that
How
he
much
wouldn't
is
get
that
anyway.
bonus? I don't know.
But Covino, if Durant wins, that's money he wouldn't have got anyway. Brock Purdy saying he'd go to the big house.
It's still meant to be a nice gesture, bro. He didn't make that quote in hopes that Rich would dump on it. It's meant to be like, if we win, I'm giving to charity. It wasn't meant to be a bad thing. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it was meant to be a good thing.
That would be like if you told me, hey, Covino and Rich, you guys win the award for coolest guys to fill in for Dan Patrick. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to give half of my little bonus I didn't even think was coming to a good cause.
But it's still yours, you goonburger. It's still your money. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to give it to anybody.
Brock Purdy said he'd go to jail.
I'm not.
Do you want to go to jail?
The sacrifice. I'm just giving you the two recent stories.
All right, I'll give you something we did. Years ago, we were in New Orleans. In fact, I remember.
And by the way, why do you got me defending Jarren Duran? I don't care about that ass clown anyway.
All right, let's go back to 2013, 12 years ago. I remember that because I was in New Orleans with you. My 49ers lost the Super Bowl that year. It was the battle of the Harbaugh brothers. And I remember you and I were on Bourbon Street having some hurricanes, probably looking at some booties, doing our usual Covino Rich thing. And we were asking people on the street as a bit, how long would you give up 6 if it meant your team won NBA title, World Series, Super Bowl? And I'd be shocked. There are some guys that I questioned if they even cared about their team because, not a day. And I'm like, man, this guy must be getting a lot of booty. Then other guys said things like
a year.
Years and stuff. Like, years, huh?
Years. I mean, you have to question, too, were they getting any to begin with? But
there's some
you
guys
were hearing a lot of that. I was surprised to hear that people would be willing to do that for a year if it meant their team won. It's like, man, you're really desperate for a win, huh?
I think Brock even alluded with Bustin' with the Boys that he may give part of his pinky finger. He'd cut off part of his pinky finger on his non-throwing hand.
Well, it's like a major burden. It's like a major monkey on your back if you have to play your career not getting to that promised land, not winning. So, again, to win one and then play the rest of his career out, that would mean a lot to a Brock Purdy. You know, it's one thing to get there, but it's another thing to win it all. So I think that would mean a lot. Clearly, if he's willing to do prison
let me ask a
time.
vain guy like you. What if I told you you're going to put on like 10 pounds if the Yankees won?
No, I won't do it. No,
What?
no,
Get
no,
outta
no,
here.
I won't do it.
What's
you know
up,
why? I'm
man?
a spoiled Yankees fan.
How are you?
All right. Covino
Yeah.
and Rich here at All-Star Village, and it's a pleasure. It's so cool because we bring this guy up often on our show. I'm proud to say that. Let's welcome Brian Jordan.
What's
to
up,
the
man?
show.
Hey, what's up,
man?
guys? What's happening?
It's Atlanta royalty on the show.
Yeah.
We bring you up because I feel often your name is not brought up enough. When people talk about, you see what Shohei Ohtani's doing, pitching and hitting, and then everyone goes, well, Bo Jackson and Dion, and I'm like, and Brian Jordan.
I know, man.
Do you feel a little burnt by that or
I
what?
tell everybody I'm the Rodney Dangerfield of two-sport athletes. I get no respect
No
at all,
respect.
man. But, you know, I've always been that way, been humble, just going out and doing my job and going home, man. And, you know, like I tell everybody, I didn't get the exposure that those guys got at college level, you know, going to a smaller college. And
Is that what it was, you think?
well, that and I broke my leg and dislocated my ankle in the Senior Bowl. So here it is. I was first round in Major League Baseball by the Cardinals, and I was supposed to be first round in the NFL until that injury. Broke my leg, dislocated my ankle in the Senior Bowl. In the first quarter of the game, I started running across the field to make the big hit on Cleveland Gary at University of Miami back in the day, and bam, my own teammate took me out. So it was a different route for me, you know, because I went
We're out different time too.
Yeah, and
Promoting was different. Like
Exactly.
Imagine if social media was a thing. For all we know, he could have been dancing on TikTok.
Yeah.
You could have been the most personable of all the guys. Who knows?
Hey, you asked Dion about my dancing. It's awful, man.
But hey, maybe you would have been more famous because of that. We don't know.
Exactly.
But dude, you're still a legend. The thing is, you're more of when we talk about these things, a zinger when it should be an automatic, but we're going to make it that way because anytime someone brings up Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders, Brian Jordan should be in the conversation easily. Pro bowler, all-star, a guy that did it all, and you played in the big leagues for 15 years, dude.
man.
So it's not like you just were there for a cup of coffee and left. You were there for a long time. 282 batting average.
Yes,
By the way,
yes.
nowadays that's like
Oh my God,
That's 382.
What is it? The league average is like 240 right now.
What do you
man.
think
That's-
when you hear that?
It's the game has changed tremendously. Where you know back in our day, strikeouts meant something.
Right.
You didn't want to strike out, and you wanted to win the ball game, so you did whatever. You sacrificed for the team. You know, we don't see that anymore. It's about launch angles and everything else. So analytics has taken over. You know, I played for one of the greatest managers in Tony La Russa, who was, to me, analytics before it was analytics, because he used to save all those numbers. And I remember I was hot as a tamale, man, as far as I was on fire hitting.
Nice. Yeah.
And I came in and my name wasn't in the lineup. And I go into Tony's office, it's like, dude, what's going on? I am hot, man. And he said, well, you're hitting so-and-so off of Sid, and I'm going to start. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But he was analytics before they were analytics.
Wow.
And, now, heck, all the Harvard boys in town, and it's nothing but analytics, man. So get the ball in the air, no more ground balls. And that's so different from when we played, man. So
Yeah. I wonder when you just said that when you weren't in the lineup. I always wonder those days, is it a nice break? Or when you're a competitor, do you want to play every day? Like if you're like, I'm a Mets fan. If you go to the ballpark, it's like, Pete Alonso's sitting that day. He doesn't want to sit, does he? Ever or no?
No. I mean, our mindset is you want to play every day.
Every day.
I mean, but reality is your body's going to get tired.
Yeah.
You might need a day or two. You look at Olsen here, who's played every single game in the last 2-3 years. That's unheard of. The Cal Ripken, I don't think anybody's ever going to break that record. I mean,
That's ridiculous.
That's just amazing, man. To be able to play every day that's something different anyway. I mean, golly.
Dude, we
Your
have so
body
many
needs a
questions
break.
for you.
Yeah.
184 home runs, right? 184 career home runs. If you were swinging for the fences all the time, if you played in today's game, probably would have had a lot
I would
more.
have 400 home runs
Right?
at least, man. But that wasn't my game. My game was I'm going to use all my tools, speed, depending on the game, the situation. I'm going to get the guy over or drive him in, hitting the ball the other way. That just doesn't happen anymore, man. They don't want you to put the ball on the ground, which is crazy to me. So yeah, I would be trying to launch every. I wouldn't care about strikeouts like these guys. I'm swinging for the fences.
Yeah. When you have all these skills, again, they put you in great position in the NFL and MLB. Who are you most proud to play alongside and against?
Wow, well, Andrew Jones, who's to me should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
underrated.
sure.
I'm a Mets fan, and I even say it. That guy there was a point in time where he was like a gazelle in the outfield, and he was hitting bombs. Like
he was so young. When
yeah, I mean, you look at his numbers, though, man. He still hit over 400 home runs. He was one of the probably, arguably, Ken Griffey and him were the best center fielders, and we can go way back, and Willie Mays too. So, I mean, he was one of the best center fielders in our time. So, defense alone should put him in the Hall of Fame in my eyes.
I agree.
I hope he gets in, but playing alongside him was just so much fun, man.
And against, like, who do you often bring up? Like, man, I can't believe I competed with that guy.
Well, Barry Bonds, man.
That's awesome.
Man, I don't want to cuss on air, but man, he was one of the freaking best hitters ever, man.
Barry Bonds recently said, though, he thinks the only guy in his category, he said he thinks Ken Griffey Jr., if never injured, would have been the best player of all time.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That swing he had, man, and just his attitude. I mean, every ball you hit, he wants to catch. I mean, that's the way the game's supposed to be played. Now, guys let those balls drop because they, where the agents are saying, stay healthy, stay on the field, but we played reckless, man. It was like lay it on the line. We're winning today, and a little different.
Being that you're a guy that played football and baseball on the highest level.
At the highest level, Pro Bowler and All-Star.
What feels better, hitting a bomb or picking a ball off, sacking a quarterback? Like, what is the sports feeling that's tops?
Mine is hitting a damn receiver coming across the middle.
Really?
Oh, I love the hitting part, man. Forget the interceptions. If I intercept the ball, I pitched it back to Dion anyway, man. So, no, it was about hitting for me. I was one of those safeties that loved to hit. And I used to tell Dion, I don't care. I'll hit the guy as long as you cover him, intercept the ball, and score. That's all I care about, man.
I got to bring this Brian Jordan hanging out with Covino and Rich. We mentioned Deion Sanders. We mentioned Ken Griffey Jr. We mentioned Barry Bonds. As a baseball fan, I think of my bedroom. I think of guys like Willie Randolph and Dave Winfield.
Oh, yeah.
How do we get more black players involved in MLB? Because there's so much excitement there. They were some of my heroes growing up.
Yeah, and that was the great thing about this week is being able to manage the HBCU game for me, to meet those black players who don't get the exposure that they deserve. And, here at Truist Park, these guys showed that they can play this game at the highest level.
Right.
And they perform very well. So hopefully we have some scouts there to see that, and some of these guys will get an opportunity. But look,
is it the path to the pros because NBA, NFL, it seems like there's more of a clear path to the money and the pros, where baseball more of
like
a grind.
The Kyler
right?
Murray decision.
Baseball is a grind, and I remember when I first decided to play Major League Baseball, I got drafted by the Cardinals. I met Ozzie Smith, Willie McGee, and those guys, and they're teasing me, hey, baseball is where it is, and I'm like, man, you guys are wimps, man. Shoot, football players, man, we hitting and crushing each other. My first full season of baseball, I remember going back to Ozzie and said, I had a new respect for you guys, man, because it's a grind. 162 games is a grind, and it's the hardest game I've ever played, to be consistent every day. So, but football was my favorite. I love the game of football.
But it seems like, as I'm going to quote Deion Sanders, your boy, baseball's popping right now. So that might add some, right?
Baseball is popping.
I'm mad at my parents for having me so early, man. I play in this day and age. Golly, it's $700 million for a player.
I was looking at some of your sweet signing bonuses, and unfortunately, the money now is a lot different.
Yeah, it is, man, and kudos to those guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
That's where the finances have gone. I mean, to me, Major League Baseball is doing really, really good. When you look at these big contracts going out, and the whole NIL and everything has changed the whole landscape of sports, man. So, man, I have an 8-year-old, a 13-year-old. Now, I can't help but think about, man.
Do they got the skills to get there? Because we just saw that the draft this year.
So many famous names.
They're like, everyone we grew up with, their kids or nephews are now, getting drafted.
Right. And I had 2 older boys, and I never pushed them, because I knew the grind, and I knew I didn't want my kids to have to go through that. But now it's like, my next 3 boys coming up. I'm like, man, you better grind, because the opportunities are there. We didn't have those opportunities. Kids today have those opportunities. So you gotta grind your kids, man.
Brian Jordan hanging with COVINO Rich. Baseball, football, both games have evolved and changed. Which one do you think more so? Because you said you loved hitting a receiver going up the middle, which you can't really do anymore.
Right.
You were playing small ball when you had to. Not really the game anymore.
Yeah.
Which have you seen change more?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Especially, and I understand NFL, you have to try to make the game safer. It's tough for me to watch.
Some of those hits, where you're like, what a great hit, and the flag comes out.
Right, and I know it's all instinctive in football, so it's hard to sit here and try to teach somebody, you got to put your head to the side. But when you're going 100 miles an hour, that reality-wise, you're going to make hits helmet to helmet. It's going to happen. So I don't think those guys should be suspended and all that stuff, man. It's going to happen. Yeah, throw the flag, give him 15 yards, but don't penalize the kid and take him out of the game in a big college game when you need him the most. I hate that rule. But, technology is taking over, so all this different equipment and everything else are getting examined in baseball and football. So the world is changing, so sports is going to change too.
All-Pro 1991, All-Star 1999. The All-Star game is tonight. Tell us about the excitement of playing in an All-Star game, the feelings you have.
It's an honor to be able to play in an All-Star game, represent your organization. But I'm going to be honest, man, that 99 All-Star game was probably one of the best ever to have Ted Williams in a golf cart come on the field.
I remember that.
That was the
one.
one.
50 greatest players in the middle of the field before the game. Didn't get any better than that, man. But I must say, although I enjoyed making the All-Star game, when you got a 162-game season, you almost want those 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
To spend with your family,
Right.
man. But I enjoyed it. I brought my family, and it was a great experience. But I was like, man.
And you're an All-Star for the rest of your life.
You are All-Star for the rest of your life. And all I needed was one time. I was like, I don't want to make it again because those 4 days are important, man.
And you probably got some great, the footage is there, but some great pictures from those moments and all those legends that were there that night.
That was one of the best home run derbies you can even imagine with Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds. A-Rod was in that one. I mean,
Can you understand why a guy like Aaron Judge or Shohei or Pete Alonso would sit it out, or do you think those guys should be encouraged? Like, get in there, because that's what ruined the slam dunk contest. The stars don't want to participate.
You know what the difference is now? These guys are making so much money. You don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Agents are telling them, no, it's going to mess your swing up. Stick with, look, you're talking about MVP Judge. I mean, the last thing you want him to do is go in a slump swinging for the fences in the home run derby.
He's batting 360.
Dude, he's incredible.
Circus numbers. It's ridiculous.
It's almost like he's still playing old school baseball. He'll take his walks. He'll hit the home runs, but he hits for average. He sacrifices for his team. He takes the walk and scores with his speed. I mean, that guy has all the tools in the world. I love Aaron Judge. And he's a very humble player. That's the greatest thing about him.
He says he follows the Derek Jeter blueprint.
You and your
Jeter.
There it is. There it is,
Hey, I'm
man.
a fan.
Well, that's one of the best to follow, man.
Right? For real. Now, again.
Not too bad off the field. Jeter's resume with the women, equally as impressive.
I'm staying out of that one. I'm staying out of that one.
Hey, last night was the Derby. It was electric. We had a great time. Jazz Chisholm hit 3 home runs. Can we talk about the pressure involved?
It's a lot of pressure. And matter of fact, I was in the suite during that home run derby, and I was with a New York Yankee fan. And I looked at him and said, "Take that, New York."
Yeah. Oh, he got to beat his moves, too. Yeah.
No, he did,
Do you
man.
think he is beating himself up a little bit today? Or
That's some pressure, man. That's some pressure.
Right?
To be able to, when you're a home run, not so much a home run hitter, like known for your power.
Right.
But he's a great player. It's different when you're in the game situation and somebody's throwing 100 miles an hour and you're just reacting. But with the pressure of it's like BP coming at you, and you got to muscle those home runs out. It's tough to do, man. I'm telling you.
I got one last question because I know you're a busy guy. They roll out the red carpet for you here in Atlanta, man. You're the guy. Of all the athletes today, you played, again, baseball and football. Who else could you see doing that if they would allow that in today's world?
Mike Trout is one guy that
really
I felt like, looking at his body, looking at his speed, looking at the way he handles himself, that was my guy to be able to play two sports right now.
What about when Jerry Jones said that LeBron could be his tight end any day? Do you think LeBron could play tight end?
Yes. Man, I'm never going to discount LeBron, man. LeBron can do whatever he wants to do, man. Keeps himself in great shape. You know,
hey, by the way, you're in great shape. You retired in what?
Well, you know, hey, thank you for that one.
Hey, dude, you never know. Some guys, when they retire, you see it all the time.
I know, but you know, I still got little kids running around.
They keep you busy, yeah.
I'm not gonna let them outrun me yet.
Nice.
I still got them.
Hey,
so,
Brian, got one last question.
Yes.
Brian Jordan here, COVINO Rich. What uniform do you think you look the sweetest in? Football or baseball? Where you're like, when you put it on, you're like, I look like a man right now.
Football. You got those tight pants, man.
Falcons?
Oh,
never wear in the bedroom?
Look at you guys, man. You're going to get me in trouble.
No. Hey, dude, it's so cool to have you on, man.
Man,
because, like
I
we
enjoyed
said,
this.
anytime Bo Jackson comes up, Deion Sanders comes up, moving forward, everybody listening, we're proud to say we always bring up Brian Jordan. Always.
Thank you, guys.
Always.
I really appreciate that, man.
Sure,
It means
man.
a lot,
Thanks
man.
for giving us the time.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
finish of the week.
Anytime, man. That was fun,
pleasure.
man.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Brian
Enjoy.
Jordan with COVINO Rich, in for the great Dan Patrick. And we are going to talk about what you would give up for a championship as a fan. So we'll get to that, plus a bunch more. COVINO Rich, live from Atlanta, All-Star Village on Fox Sports Radio.
Now, there's nothing like King's Hawaiian sliders and summer grilling season. Sliders on those soft, fluffy, irresistible rolls turn summer meals into summer experiences people talk about. Guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser. They're always the hit of the party. And, Rich, you're always throwing parties. You need these bad boys every time. Versatile. Perfect for any slider, no matter if you're looking to grill chicken, beef, pork, seafood, or anything you could think of.
No doubt, man. My wife is always smoking meat in the backyard.
Your wife's just smoking.
But honestly, if we're doing pulled pork or brisket or something like that, you break out those Hawaiian rolls. My goodness, it's the perfect slider bun. You can always go to kingshawaiian.com for recipes, maybe add your own inspiration. And if you're looking to make sliders on the grill, the recipes are endless. But the constant is those King's Hawaiian. And the original Hawaiian sweet rolls, they got the pre-sliced slider buns, or they're perfectly sweet and salty pretzel slider buns, which sound delicious. I haven't had those yet. Grilling and King's Hawaiian is the perfect combo.
So kick off summer grilling season. Pick up a pack of those irresistible King's Hawaiian rolls in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. There's nothing like it. Thanks again to King's Hawaiian.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants that?
bigger,
bolder,
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion.
All right, Covino and Rich. I want to thank Brian Jordan for stopping by again. What a good dude.
Yeah.
Nice to talk to him. CNR in for the great Dan Patrick, live from MLB All-Star Village here in Atlanta. Still driving that trusty old ride. Keep it looking sharp with Mako. From dense to faded paint, we've got you covered. Get a free estimate today. Better get Mako. I'm Covino. That is Rich. And Danny G, you saw Brian Jordan sort of in action in Atlanta, right? So what was the reaction he was getting from the local fans out here in Atlanta?
I think you guys said it best when you said royalty, because the moment Spotty and I walked into Truist yesterday, I saw a group of Braves fans gathered, and I thought maybe they just knew each other and were hobnobbing or whatever. But no, right in the center of them was Brian Jordan. And I heard some more fans saying, BJ, and they ran over. They were taking photos with him. He was so nice and personable with all the fans, just like he was on the air. And I did see him in action. After that, he got stopped again on his way to the suite he was walking to.
Really impressive career when you think about it. I'm glad he stopped by because, again, he does get the royal treatment out here in Atlanta. Now, I do want to thank Iowa Sam back at the studio, and of
Thank you,
course
Samuel.
Mark for hanging out. Appreciate you, Iowa Sam. Danny G, super producing at 877-99 on Fox. Spots on the videos at Covino and Rich, and you can watch a lot of this on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. I want to shout out everybody listening on the iHeartRadio app or the podcast in the future, and of course, Rich, all the affiliates. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Hey,
We really appreciate it.
don't hesitate to add us in the afternoon affiliate.
Thank you.
If you enjoy us filling in for Dan Patrick, we
Exactly.
appreciate it. Add us in the afternoon. I'm not going to argue that.
Exactly.
I have a question, Danny. You got your Ohtani shirt on today. Are you rocking that tonight or what?
No, I saved my jersey that I brought for tonight's All-Star game. And the jersey I brought is Betts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that allowed when he's not an All-Star?
This brings up an interesting point. Our
By
buddy
the way,
Sean.
side note, this is the first time, I
Yep.
think, in a long time where the players are actually wearing their respective uniforms.
Yeah.
They've been doing that.
What? Not really? They announced it
Yeah.
today because they were wearing the other ones. They're wearing the AL/NL last night. They're wearing the actual jerseys tonight.
So the National League will be wearing home jerseys, American League road jerseys. But Mookie Betts, I believe, isn't here, Danny.
He's still a legend.
He's a former All-Star.
Our buddy Sean hit us up, who's listening on our affiliate in Los Angeles, 570. He said, can you wear, because we have a strict rule about, let's say you're going to a Padres-Phillies game. You wear Padres gear, Phillies gear, or nothing. Don't be rocking your Red Sox shirt if the Red Sox aren't playing. So my question is, at an All-Star game, do you have to represent a guy that's in the game? Like, I got my Mets.
Nope.
I got my
It's
Mets.
a big fat no.
I got my Mets
So,
Lindor today.
Good for you. I'll
You
give
have
a
your
low
Aaron
five.
Judge.
It's
No,
too calculated.
Mine is just an away jersey.
Right,
Mine's just
Covino?
generic.
It seems too coordinated, too calculated.
I think, you can't wear you can't wear a Cardinals jersey to an Orioles Red Sox game.
For
it just
sure.
makes no sense. To wear a Mookie Betts jersey, he's an MLB legend. He's a former All-Star. It doesn't even have to be an All-Star. Guys out here wearing random Braves jerseys, obviously.
So I guess you're saying you're just representing your team regardless.
Regardless, especially the fact that he's a former All-Star and should be an All-Star. He's an All-Star caliber player. That gives it more credibility.
He
I
did
don't think
receive
that-
a lot of votes. He just didn't make the final cut.
I don't think that applies to this at all. But yeah, they're wearing their jerseys tonight. Their away jerseys. That's why I'm wearing the away Yankees jersey today.
You know, it's an interesting thought.
But I don't think they have to be an All-Star if you're going to be wearing their particular jersey.
I'm not much of a jersey guy because I don't know. I just feel like the usage of it, they're expensive, and I'm just not a guy that wants to collect jerseys. I get people do. Here's my question though: if you're going to get a jersey, you're either going to get a legend for your team or the current star that's going to be around a while. Like it's pretty safe to buy an Aaron Judge 99 or a Shohei Ohtani
I saw a lot
17.
By the way, speaking of, I saw a lot of Soto jerseys last night, and they were getting booed. He's not an All-Star, but it's a safe purchase because
he just signed a 15-year contract.
So I back you up on that.
You don't buy a Skeens Pirate jersey right now because is he going to be a Pirate much longer? Like, you make smart investments with a jersey. Here's my question. I know it's a piece of memorabilia and it's a memory, but I never understood the people that buy like the weird one-off jerseys, like the All-Star jersey.
Oh, the All-Stars?
The City Connects are great. But I'm saying, like, in the past they would have, like, let's say the game was in San Diego. All the jerseys might be sort of brownish and yellow because it's Padres.
I'll tell you why. We're very fortunate we get to go to a lot of events, a lot of things. For a lot of people, it's like the biggest event they've been to ever. So they want a commemorative jersey to remember it. And a jersey will last you a long time. So when it says, All-Star Game 1999, there's a patch on there. That was a major purchase for them. These jerseys back in the day were like $150. Back then, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, but remember
they're even more now.
Remember, it would just be like National League, and it would have your team
it's
patch
to commemorate
on it.
that moment for the person that really spent their hard-earned money to travel to whatever city that was.
I get it. You're saying it's a good memory piece.
It's a good memory piece for sure. And then it's a bragging right when you wear it, 20 years later. That's why. And you know what? You're less of a jersey guy. Like this stupid playing away jersey I bought this in like 96 or 95, and I'm still wearing it all these years later. That was like a major investment for me. That's why it's so oversized, because I was wearing this in the 90s.
Would that be weak, though, if the Yankees, you sort of lucked out. They're one of the few teams that never, ever changed their jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Every other team, I think, in Major League Baseball.
There's subtle differences.
Is it safe to say every other team in baseball has made slight adjustments? Even the Dodgers with the red or the blue of the number. Every team has made some type of adjustments over the years.
There are subtle. It's like, the new year of the car comes out. Like the Yankees away jersey doesn't have these stripes on it that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're subtle. Look at the outline. The letters aren't outlined the way they are here back in the 90s.
That's a weak-ass jersey then.
No, it represents the particular time and era in which I was rooting the hardest. So, again, what are your thoughts? And the basis and premise of this conversation is we are seeing a lot of dudes wearing jerseys of their respective team that they're here to represent.
That is sort of cool. You look around the crowd.
You're wearing your colors. You're wearing your
fun.
team. But some of the players aren't necessarily all-stars.
But hey, if they were an all-star, what about this? If they were an all-star once, maybe?
I don't think it matters. I think that's your team you root for and you're representing. This is the one time, the All-Star game, where you could wear any jersey you want, and I don't think it matters at all.
I have one other rando All-Star question. Then we'll take your feedback. We'll get to some other stuff, NFL news, more baseball. We are here in Atlanta for the All-Star game.
And by the way, you mentioned the All-Star jersey, Rich.
Yeah,
I would definitely get an All-Star hat for sure.
Because
the All-Star patch. I'm sure they got your team with the patch. I would get that, definitely.
Oh, you could win a bushwhacking water bottle in hour 3, by the way.
We're going to play.
Next hour, CNR All-Star Game Trivia, multiple choice, and you could win one of the final CNR Swiggy water bottles from our inventory.
Perfect. One random question. Last night, we're at the Derby, and Geico is giving out these obnoxiously huge baseball gloves.
I love them.
And it was sort of funny. And you know what? I snagged one to bring home because I got little kids and they get a kick out of it. Covino grabbed one for his nephew. They were just sitting there. I'm
debating it. I might keep it for myself. I don't know.
They were like, hey, are these anyone's? And they're like, no, I'll take them. I was like, I'll take one. Covino's now debating, like, how do I get this home? Because after we film for DP, we're actually off Thursday, Friday.
No joke. It's like 2 foot long.
We're taking a long weekend, right? We've filled in for DP a lot. It's summertime. We're taking a long weekend. So Covino's not going back to L.A. He's going away with his girlfriend. I'm going to the East Coast to see my family. And Covino's like, do I have to pack this glove?
It's obnoxious.
Covino's like, I'm going to Costa Rica.
It's a circus glove. It's humongous.
So
imagine putting that through the conveyor belt at security at the airport.
It's pretty decent quality for a home run derby giveaway.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty decent quality. It's just an oversized, gigantic glove.
You still couldn't catch one of those home runs.
And I still missed. Yeah.
But I do wonder, like he goes, Danny or Spot, can one of you guys bring it back to L.A.? That's a big ask because that's a big ass glove.
Cove told me to put it in my garment bag.
Danny,
now it's going to exceed the weight limit because it's a big glove, guys. It really is. So again, your thoughts. And speaking of jerseys and the All-Star game, by the way, I'm looking at my notes. I saw a lot of Dan Uggla jerseys. That's what's fun about being in Atlanta. You see a lot of like old school random jerseys.
So funny you would say that because not only in front of us, in our section, I saw at least 3 Uggla, and I go, there must have been a moment in time
for sure, like a fan favorite.
Yeah, Uggla was a big deal here, but it is funny. You're right. I saw at least 3 Uggla jerseys in our section.
Obviously, Cal Raleigh jerseys everywhere. He's the big star, the big winner. I have a question for you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, based on that. And we're going to talk about the All-Star lineups later on, and again, more All-Star trivia. He won. Remember, he only got in by less than an inch. Less than an inch, Cal Raleigh gets in. There's a lot of bozos
That's what she said.
claiming fix, by the way, on that, like because they wanted him to win, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean,
but he beat Brent Rooker by less than an inch, 0.96 inches to get in because they were tied at 17.
Well, no one can ever admit this stuff because wagering is on the line with DraftKings and FanDuel and BetMGM. When things are wagered on, like there can never be more than speculation. Like, yeah, we gave it to him because people bet on how many over/under home runs, Derby winner. But when they said he won by an inch,
Cal Raleigh's longest ball was 470.61 feet. Rooker's was 470.53 feet. The difference of 0.08 feet or 0.96 inches. That's how he advanced to the next round. They were tied.
How do they know?
I
do
mean,
the balls have a sensor in them, I'm guessing?
Dude, I mean, that's the stats we're going with, all right? I can't give you the science behind it, but that's how it went down. He ends up winning. He beats Junior Caminero. We saw that. Caminero hit 15 in the finals. And Cal Raleigh, family affair. What a night. Wins the Derby.
No offense to Caminero. I feel like last night he
put on a show.
He sort of got his flowers. He didn't win, but now I think the world knows a little more about Junior Caminero.
He's got pop. I'll tell you what, though, again, being there, I don't know how it came across on TV, but being there, O'Neal Cruz had the most pop. He really did. It was noticeable. Noticeable.
Not necessarily even the most pop. His swing, exit velocity, the bombs he was hitting. O'Neal Cruz, again, you're right. I don't know if it came across on
over
TV.
500 feet.
In person, it just looked like he was ripping the ball on a different level than even Cal Raleigh. Like,
for real.
Like O'Neal Cruz was hitting the ball with some authority that no one else was. But I do wonder, as much as, like I said, Caminero got his flowers, the kids now maybe know him a little more. Yeah. He's an AL guy on a small market team. Do you think that it would have been a buzzkill had he won? Because Cal Raleigh winning sort of put a little bow on a great family story. The big dumper, young emerging star in baseball,
like
the one guy.
Magical season.
Like the one guy competing with Aaron Judge. If there's going to be one guy that is even in the MVP conversation with Judge, it's Cal Raleigh. Like, I almost feel, I'm not saying, no fix by any means, but I'm saying, would it have been a letdown had.
Not to me, because I'm an Aaron Judge fan. And I got nothing against Caminero. Cal Raleigh's a great player. I don't think it's going to take away. But my question is, does it add? Cal Raleigh wins. It adds to this magical season, like Rich is alluding to.
Yeah.
But does it add to his MVP season allure? Does it add to his MVP credibility?
I know what you're saying.
This is separate
you're saying should an exhibition home run contest? Well, I'll tell you this. You know what? I'll give you an example. Danny, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it football or basketball? One of maybe both, where the postseason should never be accounted for in MVP voting. I think it's both, right?
Baseball, yeah, definitely.
All of them. But
that's my point.
But
if postseason doesn't count towards MVP and all these accolades, then why in the world would anyone be influenced, or should they be influenced by what they saw last night?
But subconsciously, if a guy starts to have a good playoff run and then people are voting for MVP, it might be like, well, it's sort of like.
But it shouldn't.
It's sort of in the back of your head.
It
you know what
should
it's like?
not play any factor in
noticing.
what happens in MVP. Aaron Judge is still the MVP. I know what he's doing is amazing, especially for a catcher, and he's the Derby winner and all that. But I don't think that should play any factor.
All right.
As far as MVP is concerned, it's a separate contest. I want to know your guys' thoughts.
I'll give you my analogy, then we'll come back with your feedback. To say Cal Raleigh's home run display last night doesn't, in the back of your head, play into, ooh, is he MVP? Did he gain on Aaron Judge? Would be like in a courtroom. You know when someone says some wild crap, and then the judge and lawyer's like, strike that from the record. You never heard that. And you're like, but I heard it. You're like, I can't unhear it. I mean, I heard what the witness said. Strike that.
We can't unsee the knowledge of him winning.
Yeah, you can't unsee a big part of this magical Cal Raleigh season. So you could say it means nothing.
But it's just a contest. Yeah. Mac McClung wins the dunk contest.
I was going to say it also fades over a few weeks from now, because who was last year's home run derby winner?
You know, I forgot it was Teoscar until you told me like a week ago. So
and Teoscar Hernandez of the Dodgers had a wonderful season last year. But did people put that into account for, oh, maybe he should be in the MVP running. No.
Okay. You know what? Your thoughts at Covino and Rich in for the great Dan Patrick. We got more next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Effectively enough, while we're down here in Atlanta, Georgia, for the All-Star game, haven't had enough good Southern cooking.
That's what I said, Southern tacos.
Danny G, don't you feel like we're lacking one more good Southern meal while we're here?
Yeah.
Let's find the
I've
spot.
only had fried chicken once, and during the towards the end of the Derby last night, Covino said, "Man, I would love some waffles."
I was so hungry,
late-night
dude.
meal right now.
We haven't had a chance to eat, but not
the
complaining.
Waffle House would have been perfect.
I know. Just explaining, guys. Live from the MLB All-Star Village in Atlanta. It's the ultimate baseball hotspot. You can be part of the excitement here at Capital One All-Star Village through today. Head to the Cobb Galleria for baseball fun, live entertainment, and interactive games. Buy tickets at allstargame.com. And after the show, the DP podcast and our stream goes up. So if you missed any of today's show or yesterday's show, we had a great show too, live from Atlanta. Be sure to listen to the podcast. Search Covino and Rich, Covino, Covino and Rich, wherever you get your podcast. Be sure to follow, rate, and review. Give us 5 stars, because anything less is uncivilized. And really, if you dig our show, we're on Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 on the West, 5 to 7 on the East. Again, Covino and Rich. You can watch us on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page.
I got to ask, what do you think that kid, Sam Musterer, is thinking this morning? The kid that robbed the home run at the Derby?
He's thinking, is this real life? Because all his friends are hitting him up, and he's all over Sports Center and everything else.
It's got to be a cool moment for him. Like we were saying, his dad is an official scorekeeper for the Braves, so is there any angle where his dad reprimanded him, like, son, you might get me in trouble. I work for the Braves. I think it was ESPN, Fox Sports, every network.
It's a reaction moment. He's a kid. I think everybody understands.
Not only a reaction moment, it made for a cool story. Like, you're going to blame a kid for adding a fun layer to the moment?
For a small for a minute, for like a long minute, we wondered what was going to happen, but they judged it a home run. They scored it a home run immediately, took the pressure off the kid, and then they asked Cal Raleigh about it later on. He said, I paid him off. It was a fun moment.
Dude,
it was a highlight. It wasn't a low light.
Had said to Covino, and I'm not saying this is a crazy thought, because we saw some of these young kids snagging some pretty sweet fly balls. I said, believe me, I said, Covino, wouldn't it be wild if one of these kids robbed the home run? And I actually had said that.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, because the fence was low enough. I was like in left field, the kid could snag one.
Yeah, here in Atlanta, they have a short wall there, that porch. And so we thought if there was going to be any sort of robbery going on with those little kids, it would be right there. But like I told you, the MLB executive said that they tell all these kids, be very careful when you get to the warning track and stay off the wall. So he admitted he just lost track of where he was on the field.
And I believe that. And he's a kid, so, get off him. That was an awesome moment. As our boy Clinton Yates used to say, was that a grab, a stab, or a snag?
Ooh.
I think it was a snaggeroo.
That was a snag.
Yeah, it was a snag.
It was a snag.
It was a snag.
He even snapped his glove back for a second.
It was very cool. It was a very cool
With
moment.
his buddies, he's the coolest kid in town right now.
Absolutely.
And by the way, no one had more fun than him, maybe except us. And again, you could see all our dumb videos and pictures of us bushwhacking in left field last night at Covino and Rich. It's always a pleasure to fill in for Dan Patrick. We have a lot coming up. we're going to give away some prizes. We're going to play some MLB All-Star Trivia. We'll talk a little NFL. We're less than 2 months away. Plus, a new casino game that's got people talking.
Oh, what?
Oh, what? We'll get to it next. Fox Sports Radio, CNR. Let's go.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Remember, Olsen really made up for the fact that the Braves lost.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes. Who wants that?
bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Wake up, It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
Our pleasure.
Whoa!
Believe you me. Love being here from MLB All-Star Village in Atlanta. It's the ultimate baseball hotspot. You can be part of the excitement here at Capital One All-Star Village. Drew, today, head to the Cobb Galleria for baseball fun, live entertainment. Rich is juggling as we speak, and interactive games. Buy tickets today at allstargame.com. And again, if not this year, next year, Philadelphia, Chicago. We'll see you at one of these. We hope to be at every one because we absolutely love it. Huge baseball fans.
If you don't think we loved it, look at our Instagram story at COVINO Rich. We were bushwhacking in left field. And if you've been friends and have been following with COVINO Rich for years, it's like a tradition for us. We go to the All-Star game, home run derby. We try to get caught on camera doing a stupid dance.
And we did.
My goodness, last night.
We did. We were bushwhacking. The Bushwhacker boys are back.
Thanks to Buxton the most. The guy that hit the most balls to our area, Buxton on the Twins. So thanks to him. I got to give him a shout out.
You know what? Shout out to all the small market teams that represented last night.
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh wins, the first Mariner since Griffey Jr. Props to him. But James Wood of the Nationals. You mentioned Buxton with the Twins. And by the way, the Buxtons are not thieves. And O'Neill Cruz, the Pirates. Caminero, who represented Tampa Bay. He represented strong. You know, a lot of people more familiar with him as a result. Brent Rooker of the A's. Just a big night for the mid to small market teams. And the big market teams really were a non-factor last night. Goes to show you the parity of the baseball league and all the young superstars on their come up and how great MLB has been when it comes to marketing these young players in the past few years. It makes it that much more exciting. We had an exciting, electric, magical night, and we're excited for tonight. And we'll go over the lineups and things like that. Few shout-outs, too. Iowa Sam back at the studio. Marta from South Dakota that came by to say hi. She's a big listener. And we met Chet Lemon's son just a few moments ago, speaking of baseball. The late, great Chet Lemon, Detroit Tiger, passed away about a month ago. His son came up to us, says he listens. He actually is involved in this whole world of, you know, obviously growing up around baseball. But we were talking to him. What a nice guy. So props to him and the Lemon family. But just a pleasure to be out here talking and boozing and schmoozing and having fun. And we have lots to get to this hour. We got prizes to give away. We're going to play All-Star Trivia, so stick around for that.
Besides sports, man, entertainment, and all the fun we talk about, you and I like a good trip to Las Vegas. Nothing like a good fight night. Nothing like some rando times in Las Vegas. And there's a big story coming out of Vegas. Danny G, it has nothing to do with Spearmint Rhino or fight nights or, the Sphere, which, by the way, Zach Brown, they're releasing tickets soon. He's going to be at the Sphere, and I think we may try to catch up with Zach Brown tonight at the All-Star game.
And I know Covino's going to love that because he's a huge country music fan.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he's not. But Uno.
I'd rather hang out with Charlie Brown from Leaders of the New School.
How dare you, man. Put some respect.
Who's that? Brown.
All right. So Uno's making its Vegas debut as a social gambling experience at the Palms Casino Resort. Mattel is launching its first ever Uno Social Club inside a themed suite at the Palms. complete with private dealers, dedicated gaming tables, and a variety of Uno games and experiences.
Now, who's the private Uno dealer? My Aunt Nancy? That's what I used to play with.
Can I tell you? It's funny because my wife, when we go to Vegas together, she's not a big gambler. She's actually a pretty good poker player. But when you go to Vegas or Atlantic City with your wife or girlfriend or husband or whatever, you don't want to be sitting in a poker room for hours and hours at a time. My wife will try to find, because they have them in some casinos, war.
Yep.
And war is simply
Casino war.
Your card,
Yeah.
their card. Your card, their card. And I make fun of her, and she's
What's
like,
next?
She's like, well, you're
Slapjack is
Old Maid. Casino Old Maid.
But no,
Casino Go Fish.
I'll play craps or blackjack, a couple numbers on the roulette table. But my wife,
numbers, you're there for hours.
my couple numbers, 3 hours later. But my wife will play war, so I guess
You
I
said
can't.
my wife like 17 times.
My wife.
Slow down there, Borat.
My wife. What I think is interesting is that
18 times.
Sorry, the guy is that my wife. Uno. I'll give props to one of our pals, a friend of the show, KFC from Barstool, because I agree with him 100%. But I had the same thought, which was they got to make this high stakes. I don't think this should be like Golden Nugget, downtown Vegas, like $10, $15, $20 entries. I think this should be a bunch of ballers where it's like 20 grand buy-in, even like $5,000 buy-in. We're talking high-end Uno tournaments. Like you think you're about to win the pot, and it's like, no such luck. Draw 4. Like
I want
this
to know. I mean, I know this is a very hot and controversial take, but how does our president of the United States feel about this game? Doesn't he promote the game one? Doesn't he have his own line of one?
Not Uno. One. We speak.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the game one. So
I'm serious about that. Doesn't he have his own little collectible card set?
I didn't even know.
My question about yes, thank you for that's the shirt I'm rocking right now.
Look it up. I'm
Thank-
pretty sure,
thank
unless
you.
it's a joke, that he has a game that he promotes. It's called One.
Cove, the thing about Uno is a lot of people play differently. Like, same way we used to do with video games, right? Just rip them out of the package, not read the instructions.
Right.
Yeah, like my whole theory is that no one ever really played. Remember Mousetrap? Like you just sort of set it up and played with it. There are so many games that did you ever play Operation or just fiddle with it?
Dude, did you know if you really look at the Uno cards and instructions that come out of the box, you're supposed to keep points and all this madness. None of us do that. And people always do do I pick the color or do I do, you know what I mean? People play it a little differently in your region.
House rules, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how they are going to.
I know you're saying it's like neighborhood wiffle ball. Every little
Yeah.
town has their own rules. I do think this is cool, but Covino made the best point off the air. He pulled a me where he made a better point off the air.
I mean, you haven't let me talk. You've been talking about your wife for 17 minutes.
My wife.
How do you know I was going to get to the point?
All right, let's hear it.
I mean, I don't know where you're going with the conversation.
You said, well,
I said, well, what's the difference between Uno? Because it's like a big surprise. Like, Uno, I'm like, it's a made-up card game. You mean like every other made-up card game? It's just another made-up card game. So how's that really, I get it because of the novelty of this game by Mattel, but the premise of a card game is just that. It's a card game like any other card game.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a surprise, not that big of a stretch.
As a non-gambler, which I get because it's not a non-gambler thought, but he's right. You're sitting down all focused playing blackjack or 3-card poker.
If anything, there's more strategy probably involved in this game.
And Covino's like, yeah, like it's just really, when you think about it, at the end of the day and the beginning and middle, Uno is really no different than 5 or 7 card poker, old maid, blackjack, war. It's just another card game.
It's a card game of strategy.
But because
just this one's made by Mattel. That's the only difference.
But because it has different color cards and you played with your grandmother or, on a rainy day with your siblings.
It's still a card game.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
So your thoughts, 877-99 on Fox. And look, I'm all for casino fun, but what's next? casino bingo lotteria.
I mean, bingo is
Old
really
Maid, like I said.
Keno is essentially that. I
But,
mean,
but Cove, this does fire up non-gamblers.
It does, because most people know how to play, but does it stop here, or is Casino Yahtzee the next thing? You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about that. And I'm not hating on it at all. I think it's great. Like Rich mentioned, the Casino War. I played it. It's fun. It's more simple for me. I understand it.
They have to get the regular person who's just in Vegas, maybe to go to the shows, or there for maybe a concert. Like, I won't say the W word, but my better half will go to Vegas once in a while with me.
Your wife?
No. To see, we've been to Raider games together there in Vegas, right? We've been to a concert there before, but she doesn't gamble, and I don't either. Uno, we would both sit down and put some money on that.
You and your better half, right?
Yeah, my better half.
His wife.
His wife.
So you know what?
Stop saying the W word.
No, it might be funny. Go in that VIP high-end area where it's like, closed off. Know what they're going to break out next? High-end guess who? Does your guy have a hat?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to stop here as a card game. I'm all for it.
Connect 4, I'd be a millionaire.
Wow. Now,
bring it.
Are they going to hold you to? You have to say Uno, or else you lose your prize.
Imagine didn't say Uno, just 4.
Imagine losing $25,000 because you didn't say Uno. Oh man,
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it's one thing when it's in the living room with your
that
cousins.
Pressure, like beads of sweat dripping down your face because you have to pick the right color so that person doesn't put their last card down.
What if fights break out because you pull a skip on somebody?
You son of a reverse!
So, yeah, this is a real story, and I do agree with Kevin Clancy, KFC, who's been on our bonus pod recently, overpromised. You could catch that on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. As Rich alluded to already, high stakes, like $25,000 pots, like really put some pressure on these events, and I think we'd all enjoy that for sure, but look out for it. Uno is a real thing coming to a casino near you.
All right, I have even a dumber question. We have all, at some point, been flipping through the channels, and you've watched poker on TV. Even if you don't know poker well, you've stopped for a minute. You're like, ooh, he's got pocket aces. Like you've watched poker.
I hate saying this, but I will for reference sake. I used to go to those World Poker Tour tournaments. They were shady events. My ex used to be one of the hosts of World Poker Tour. So I would sit there and watch this for hours at a time.
But people love poker.
The things you would do for your wife.
If people watch poker and cornhole and ESPN the Ocho plays
people watch
these
it,
things.
But I did it again because I was trying to be a good guy.
Yeah, no, I
was
get it.
Boring, dude.
But I'm saying if people watch those type of games and stuff, I've watched billiards, I've watched pool on TV, bowling. Do you think if ESPN or FS1 or some sports network said, you know what, we're gonna air like a high stakes Uno game, I almost feel like people would watch.
No doubt. No doubt. People watch cornhole on,
That's what I said.
on ESPN.
I mean, so
they're going to watch that.
It almost feels like that would be wildly interesting. Imagine a bunch of ballers.
No question.
We're all like, all right, deal them out. 6 yellow. Oh, yeah? Draw 4. Son of a... Like, that, I think it could. There's something there. I think it's a really smart move. You're right. If not for the game itself, but for the marketing alone, I'm sure we're not the only ones talking about Uno at a casino. Congratulations.
It's a big story today.
You've done it.
Yeah, big story today.
All right. Well,
speaking of Palm Casino, we're going to go to the Palm later on and get a steak or what?
See, that's
I'm
the thing.
hungry,
Even
man. I'm just thinking about food.
Even if it's a nice restaurant, if there's one in your hometown, I feel like that you can't do that.
So we're going to do some Southern cooking or what?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Before we get the studio lines hopping for our MLB All-Star Trivia, which will be multiple choice, pretty easy chance or opportunity for you to grab one of the final CNR Swiggy water bottles. Let's look at the All-Star game lineups tonight.
You know what? I was really interested in that. Rich will represent his National League. I got the AL lineup all set.
I'm glad you said that because as we were leaving the Home Run Derby last night, I heard a couple of fans talking, and he was like, hey, who's starting for the AL tomorrow night?
Well,
and
I'll give it to
dude's
you.
like, I don't know.
Batting first. The Glaber of Love.
Oh.
Former New York Yankee. Now Detroit Tiger. Second baseman, Glaber Torres. Riley Green is in left field batting second. Aaron Judge in right field batting third. Cal Raleigh, your Derby champion, is batting cleanup, catching.
Big dumper.
The big dumper is going to be catching tonight. He says that he's always had a fat ass. It's been a blessing and a curse to him. Last night, it worked to his advantage. Vladimir Guerrero batting fifth. Guerrero Jr. playing first. Ryan O'Hearn is DH. Junior Caminero, who represented last night of the Tampa Bay Rays, playing third base. Then Javier Baez playing center field. Wilson at shortstop. And then pitching, Skubal.
Okay.
That is your AL starting lineup.
National League, a far superior lineup, if you ask me. On the mound,
Far superior.
Paul, Mr. Livy Dunn Skeens. Though I honestly do think the NL is a lineup that is a little stronger. But hey, these games never go the way you think. Leading off, DH, Shohei Ohtani, batting second. From the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr., batting third, Ketel Marte. Batting fourth, Freddie Freeman. Batting fifth, from the Pods.
By the way, you think Freddie Freeman got a sweet, high and tight flat top just for the big event tonight?
And he whitened his teeth, yes.
Yeah, I bet.
Batting fifth, third base from the Pods, Manny Machado. Will Smith catching, batting sixth. Kyle Tucker of the Cubbies batting seventh in right field. Francisco Lindor, shortstop, New York Mets batting eighth.
Why'd you say it like Donald Trump?
And batting ninth, playing center field, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubbies. Such a good team that when you got Lindor batting eighth and PCA batting ninth, I know you're spreading out the love, but do you think either of those guys have ever hit at the bottom of any lineup they've ever been in? And I get the same thing with the American League, but Jacob Wilson's a rookie shortstop. Javi Baez, has had his ups and downs, but I don't know if Lindor. Have you ever seen Lindor bat eighth? Probably.
But
ever?
you're like really mad about that? It's the All-Star team.
No, I get it, but I mean, like, I think Lindor should be batting second.
I heard.
Of course you do, Mets boy.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Lindor,
I heard Lindor's like your quintessential like get on base, top of the lineup guy, more so than
good old Larry Jones was being interviewed yesterday. Chipper Jones, another big superstar out here in Atlanta.
Larry,
and he was talking about how it's crazy camaraderie when you make the All-Star team. And I forget who asked him, but they were talking about who was the alpha dog, and he goes, they were like, "Were you the alpha dog in this locker room All-Star camaraderie?" He goes, "Oh, hey, man, when you're playing with big names like Bonds and Sheffield," he's like, "Nah, but maybe later on in my career." And then he went on to say, you realize you're a superstar or an all-star in your team, but you're playing with other guys that are just as good, if not better. You're humbled real quick. Not to take anything away from Lindor. He's great. He's an all-star. But he's playing with other great all-stars from other teams. So it's
I get
he's
it.
batting eighth, but he's still awesome.
No,
but he's not what do you expect him to be batting?
I get what you're saying. Like, hey, look at us. We get the honor to fill in for DP. We're in the same lineup as Colin Cowherd and Dan Patrick when you think about lineups, right?
Yeah. So it's still an honor, but I don't think he should be batting third or second.
No, that's fair.
That's a stacked lineup.
Yeah, I mean.
So again, when you got all these alpha dogs and all these the best of the best out there, he's still one of them. But you gotta, someone's gotta bat eighth.
I don't know anyone more clutch in that lineup. Maybe Freddie. I don't know. But you know what? Interestingly enough, we talk about this quite a bit with NFL quarterbacks. It's not even a take. One of my favorite thoughts is that people love to always talk about top 10 quarterbacks, top 10 this. If there's 32 teams in the NFL, there's a bottom 10 or 11 quarterbacks, but no one wants to put their guy in the bottom 10 because every time there's a top 10, other than Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, and Josh Allen, the other 6 of the top 10 are up for debate.
And maybe they're just balancing out the lineup too. Lefty, righty, you gotta bat somebody eighth. It's not an insult. Everybody thinks their guy should be batting second or third. So it's not a knock.
I know. Trust me, I coach. There's parents that look at you when their kid's not batting at the top of the lineup. Hell, me when I play softball as a grown ass man, there are teams I play on where I'm like batting second or third, and other teams I'm like, oh, you got me batting seventh, huh? Okay.
Rich was questioning why Lindor's batting eighth in the NL lineup.
It doesn't
both
matter.
Teams, both lineups are stacked with superstars, so we're excited about it tonight. Your thoughts at 877-99 on Fox. In fact, write that number down right now. 877-99 on Fox. That's 877-996-6369. 877-996-6369. Because we're here for the All-Star Game.
Yes, sir.
We'll be there tonight. You heard the lineups. We're going to play CNR All-Star Game Trivia next. And it's all multiple choice. Don't be scared. Win yourself a swiggy. There's like 2 left? I don't know. We don't have many left. Those are our coveted stainless steel water bottles. It's a major award. It's kind of like, the one Cal Raleigh was hoisting up last night.
Yeah, same thing.
Win your swiggy and be an all-star. 877-996-6369. We do All-Star Game Trivia next.
All right. And by the way, you spoke about the Derby last night.
Yeah.
They're selling that Derby chain online. Jostens, you probably remember them from your high school class ring. Jostens is selling a version of it for $5,400.
My state championship football ring, you mean?
Yeah, that too. Hey, we got more Covino Rich in for Dan Patrick next. And if you want to win, again, 877-99 on Fox. Now, if you've played pickleball, which I know you're thinking about doing. Covino's trying to decide, do I play pickleball or golf as I hit middle age?
Well, if you play pickleball in regular sneakers, you already know they're not cutting it. You slide, you slip, your toes are taking a beating, especially on gritty courts. That's where Tyrol pickleball shoes come in. Tyrol pickleball shoes aren't just court shoes. They're built specifically for pickleball.
You get grip that actually works, heel support that keeps you stable, and a wide toe box so your feet aren't screaming by your third match.
That's what you need for your Fred Flintstone bad boys.
Tyrol even added airflow to keep your feet cool, and they're made tough. Dan Patrick has worn plenty of shoes on the court. These are the ones that keep him going back.
The Danettes and EP all wear Tyrol pickleball shoes every time they play. They keep the guys quick, comfortable, and looking sharp. So if you want to play longer, feel better, and stop sliding around in your old sneakers, go to TyrolPickleball.com. Look like a pro, play like a pro with Tyrol pickleball shoes. Now, if only they made something for Dan Patrick's knees, he'd be unstoppable. Tyrol pickleball shoes, purpose-built for pickleball.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time? I wanted to get up. Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm gonna go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
What was that? Tiger legend. His dad passed away last month, but super cool dude. We're Covino and Rich in for the great Dan Patrick, live from the MLB All-Star Village here in Atlanta. Pickleball is booming. Business is booming. And Tyrol is leading the charge. Tyrol makes the first shoe built just for pickleball with rugged Vibrams outsoles that outlast tennis shoes, more comfort, grip, and game. Tyrol. Remember the name, play longer, move quicker, and look like a pro at TyrolPickleball.com. I'm Covino, losing my voice. I'm losing my mind. And Rich is reaping all the benefits. That's Rich Davis. His body's on the videos. Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page if you want to check out our videos and our bonus pod overpromised is there. I do want to thank the Dan Patrick Nation for hanging out with us. In fact, we'll be doing it live tomorrow to complete the Dan Patrick hat trick live from Atlanta, but from the iHeart studio, so that'll be cool.
There you go, man.
And Danny G's getting ready for the game that's sweeping the nation. CNR's All-Star Trivia. So, again, if you want to win a Swiggy, 877-996-6369. That's 877-99 on Fox. We got the contestants all lined up.
The game that's sweeping the nation that we're playing for the first time?
Yeah.
Let's do this. All-Star Trivia.
Let's go. All right. Samuel L. Johnson back in the LA studio.
I was Sam.
Firing up some MLB music. Here we go. All right. And by the way, also back home is Big Mike, who doesn't run anything.
Hi, Big Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Guys, you guys sound like you're having a great time in the ATL.
Mike, if you want to see us having a good time, at COVINO Rich at Fox Sports Radio, we got so close to.
Oh, I've seen it all.
We got so close to getting a fly ball home run last night. Have you ever caught a fly ball, Mike?
Oh my God, I have been to hundreds of baseball games in my life, and I have never caught a foul ball, but I came so close one time, and I'm so still to this day I am livid about it because it's just there's not a lot of people in the stands that day. I'm at a Dodger game. So this foul ball is coming straight to me. I mean, I don't have to move. There's nobody in front of me. I got it. It's coming right to my hands. The only person near me is my buddy, and you guys missed the air quotes that I use there for buddy, because right as the ball comes down, he shoves me in the back, and the ball bounces off my forearms, lands a couple rows away. Some little kid picked it up. And I turned to him, and I'm like, dude, I was about to catch the ball. And he just looks at me and goes, yeah, you were in my way, man. I couldn't get it, so neither were you.
Let me tell you, when the ball, Covino described it in the first hour perfectly, when a home run ball or foul ball is coming at you, it feels like no one else on earth is there, and it's like coming out of the sky, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's right there.
And dude, you know what makes the story crazy?
Buddy just shoved me in the back.
You said there was no one really there at a Dodgers game. That's because this was a foul ball from Duke Snyder, right? Duke Snyder hit it, and because Mike's really just kidding, Mike.
I think it was Don Sutton.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Big Mike, let's go.
One of our contestants that you need to battle against, the Bushwhackers CNR, are the other two contestants. And Big Mike, I'll use you for this as we go to the CNR studio lines right now. Would you love to travel to beautiful Connecticut, Los Angeles, Seattle, North Carolina, or Laguna Hills, California?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seattle in honor of Cal.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, that is Darren in Seattle. Darren, welcome into the Dan Patrick Show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, let's do this little All-Star Trivia Danny G has cooked up. What do you got, Danny?
All right, here we go, guys. The rules for CNR All-Star Trivia. The first contestant with 2 correct answers is the champ. If there's a tie, there is a tiebreaker question, extra innings. Your name is your buzzer, but you do have to wait until all 3 possible answers are read. If there's 2 wrong answers in a row, we move on to the next question. All right, guys, question number 1. Thank you. Which ballpark held the first MLB All-Star game back in 1933? A, Connie Mack Stadium in Philly. B, the Polo Grounds in New York. Or C, Comiskey Park in Chicago.
Covino.
Cove.
C, Comiskey Park, Chicago.
Yes!
Oh, that's an arbitrary guess.
Nah, yeah,
No
says
skill.
you. They call me History Boy. Let's go.
All right, Covino on the board as we move to round 2.
That's baseball.
That's baseball.
Which MLB legend has the most hits in All-Star game history with 23, and he also has the most plate appearances with 82? Is it A, Willie Mays, B, Hank Aaron, or C, Cal Ripken Jr.?
Mike.
Big Mike.
Hank Aaron.
No.
Rich.
Rich for the steal.
I want to give Darren a chance. Darren, come on, chime in, buddy. Willie Mays.
Yes. Rich is on the board. It is the great Willie Mays. So CNR both with a round.
Yes. I feel like Willie Mays and Hank Aaron are probably 2 of the top, all-star numbers, right? As far as like appearances. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Hank Aaron played 120 years. Yeah.
Well, remember back in the day, there used to be 2 All-Star games in each season.
Oh, that's right.
I remember watching Hammer and Hank play.
Mike knows.
All right, Darren, get in here. There's no loss for you if you just guess. All right. Here's the third round.
That's baseball.
That's baseball.
What All-Star Game MVPs shared the honor in 1975? They shared the MVP award of the game in 1975. Was it A, Bobby Mercer and Gary Carter, B, Joe Morgan and Mike Marshall, or C, Bill Madlock and John Matlack?
Darren.
Darren.
I'm going to go with B.
B. No.
Ooh.
Rich.
Rich for the steal and the win.
I feel like I would know if Gary Carter had an All-Star MVP, so I'm going to go C.
Yes.
There you go.
That was great. Matlock and John Matlack. That means Rich Davis is the big winner on All-Star Day 2025.
Big wiener, but okay.
That's baseball.
Hey, that's awesome. No, seriously, congratulations,
Hey,
Rich.
thanks,
Hey,
buddy.
and Big Mike, thanks for playing, man. We wish you
got
were
it,
here
bro.
hanging out with us. You would have been a great addition to the Bushwhacker Boys.
Oh, yeah, I'm jealous. You
Maybe
guys,
next
you're
year.
having so much fun.
Oh, no, it's great, man. Honestly, we wish you were here.
Mike, what was it like at the first ever All-Star game?
Tell us about
Okay,
Comiskey
nice
Park.
to talk to you guys. Have a great time.
And
Thank you.
Darren in Seattle, thank you for playing the game. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Darren.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Hey, play again next time. We do trivia. We try to do trivia every day to give away surprises. That's just our nice way of bribing people to listen to our show, and we appreciate it. Actually, if you leave a nice review,
Yeah.
search Covino and Rich, Apple Podcasts, leave a nice review, say something nice. Danny G goes through them. If he ever emails you back, you get a swiggy, all right? So thank you guys again.
Hey, but I wonder if Mike remembers what it was like when all men wore fedoras to baseball games.
I know. Yeah, he does. I bet he
Yeah,
does.
well, you know.
you're still there. Oh, sorry.
Protect my head.
Man, I didn't know he was still there.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I'm lurking.
Hey,
fellas.
Mike,
I am
remember
lurking.
when not all stadiums had a fence and the fans would just sit out
I
there?
remember standing outside looking through the knot hole in the fence in the outfield.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, Mike, seriously, I mean it. I wish you were here.
Is when Joe Jackson wore shoes.
Yeah, when he was actually Joe Jackson, the guy with shoes. All right, well.
You guys are idiots.
Thank you.
Love
Yes,
you, Mike.
yes, we are. Absolutely. All the proof is at Covino and Rich. See us last night. Now, part of the magical Derby story is that Cal Raleigh, you alluded to this earlier, Rich. Cal Raleigh has childhood videos of him saying, I'm the Derby champion. He's dancing around and singing that he's the Derby, home run Derby champion. He looks like he's about 10 years old.
Yeah.
Singing around on his home video. And last night, again, family affair. Dad's pitching. 15-year-old little brother T is catching. And it's kind of cool to see a childhood dream come true. Are there other stories that come to mind when it comes to, man, they called that when they were kids?
I saw a video, it has nothing to do with sports, but I recently saw a video that went viral. You may have seen this as well. Some like preteen girl is doing like a home video in the 90s, and she's like, I'm going to marry Matt Jones. You'll see. And they're playing it like 15 years later at her wedding to the dude she had a crush on, Matt Jones.
That's
and I was
awesome.
like, holy crap, like that. Like if
Now,
I'm that,
is that just a great prediction, or is it kind of like stalkerish?
that's what I was thinking. If you're this dude, you're like,
She's like really persistent.
so
Right.
those videos are pretty cool when you see.
But that's what makes it extra special,
Yeah.
right? Like, here's this little kid who had these big dreams. We all had those dreams. We all said that.
Well, I mean, some of them is because you just have an opportunity to be in a cool spot. Like we just said recently, Dusty Baker's kids playing in the bigs, and we remember him being pulled out of the way. He almost got run over in the World Series back in 2002. He was a little boy as a bat boy. And, you know, we see the videos of Patrick Mahomes shagging fly balls when his dad Pat was on the Mets, and you see him with these oversized shirt and hat on, and, you know, he's just a little boy. But you're, like I said earlier, you're going to see it more and more and more because the athletes now have grown up where most of their life iPhones and Androids have been a thing. So where you may have one grainy VHS tape at home of like one Little League game, you know, now with like Game Changer and all these apps, every game these kids play is recorded and streamed and everything. So
We're going to grow up, and I guarantee we're going to see a lot of cool stuff like that moving forward.
Well, look, growing up around the game doesn't guarantee you a pass into the big leagues. Cal Raleigh didn't grow up around the major leagues. But, we were talking to Chet Lemon Jr., Chet Lemon's son from the Tigers, just off the air. He was just hanging out. He was saying that growing up, that was his dad. And it really didn't register to him that his dad was that impactful. I mean, we all had his baseball cards, all those famous 80s Tigers, right? Didn't really dawn on him how impactful his dad was until he got older.
Yeah.
And he realized what his dad was able to accomplish. And it's a really cool story when you think about it. But, yeah, guys like Patrick Mahomes, they grew up around it, and you see their dreams come true. Are there other stories that come to mind where you saw that superstardom or you saw that random childhood video that led to something cooler? I wouldn't say this is like a video of a premonition, but you ever see that viral video of a little Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince, when he's like interviewed on the news? You ever see that? And he's just a little kid.
Have. He's a little boy in Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a little boy in Minnesota wearing like a winter hat. That's how I imagine the video. I haven't seen it in a minute. But they tracked it down. It's like a little Prince talking to the reporter about a local story in Minnesota. And you're like, yo, look at him, man. He would have never known that he'd become one of the biggest pop stars of our time back when he was just that little kid. He may have dreamt it and thought about it, but no one would have ever known. The same way Cal Raleigh's dancing around being like, I'm going to be the home run derby champ.
I enjoy nothing more. In fact, I wish I could give the Instagram page a shout out. Let me see if I can find it.
And by the way, I don't think it's like common knowledge. Look it up. Because the video surfaced recently after Prince's death, to my knowledge, that he was on the local news as a kid. And that's why it was a story. Someone was researching old video, and they happened to come across this video from this little kid in Minnesota, and it was Prince. So are there ones that come to mind? Feel free to share 877-99 on Fox, because that's what makes the Cal Raleigh thing even more special and magical. When that video surfaced, and they were tugging on the heartstrings with that video all night, and it's been all over social media since.
There's a page I follow on Instagram. During the break, I'm going to try to find the name of it.
Rich, in your yearbook, you sort of called it, didn't you? Or one of your friends did?
Yo, Danny G. I'm not even joking. My ex-girlfriend in high school wrote in my high school yearbook, I S you not. She wrote, and I've showed Covino.
I've seen it, yeah.
She wrote
it was like nail on the head.
She said, you're going to be a bushwhacker someday.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. No, she wrote in my yearbook like I believe in you, babe. Like you're gonna move to LA and become a famous broadcaster. No, I'm not even joking.
Right. So we're still waiting for the famous part. But I mean, she was like,
but the broadcaster bought to LA.
I remember reading it, Rich, and yeah, it was like dead on.
Well, no,
remember how like your high school girlfriend would take up like the whole page of your yearbook cover? I read it and I was like, damn, that was pretty accurate. That's pretty good.
Interestingly enough, I said I'll find this page and give you the heads up on it, but it's an Instagram page that finds like the first performance of famous rock bands and pop artists, and they'll show like the clip. I just saw recently the Killers performing Mr. Brightside at a bar in front of like 20 people. I saw like Mumford and Sons with like their little jug band performing in front of like 5 people
starts somewhere, right?
At a coffee shop. You've seen that recently. You've seen it with Taylor Swift, but most recently, Chappell Roan, who does Pink Pony Club. There's that cool video where they show it's like a split screen where with like 2 years ago she was playing in front of 12 people at a state fair, and then in front of like 100,000 people at a music festival. So I always think those things are cool because everyone's on their hustle at some point, athletically, musically, and that to me is awesome. It shows the hard work.
And really quick to take it back to sports with this, Davante Adams, when he was a kid, there's that famous picture of him rocking the Charles Woodson jersey, and there's like a thought bubble above his head that says life goal. And so when he joined the Raiders, he's a Ram now, obviously, but when he joined the Raiders, that was so awesome.
Dude.
An East Palo Alto kid. And we've seen this in sports, in all sports, where they go back and they find the pictures of the kid wearing the team that drafts him, or they wind up playing.
Well, we've all seen the Tom Brady wearing the Joe Montana catch game. But he was talking about receiver. Do you remember Amon St. Brown? there's video of him like working out in the garage with his dad as a little kid lifting weights, and he's like, I'm gonna be in the NFL one day. You know, like that's
you
cool as hell.
gotta envision it. You gotta see it to believe it. You gotta see it to make it happen, and to see these childhood dreams come to fruition like they did last night. As corny as it sounds, for kids watching, put it in that perspective. It shows that your dreams can come true, and that's what made it more of a memorable, magical moment.
No doubt. Well, hey, we got more COVINO and Rich. Love hanging with you guys. In for the great Dan Patrick, Fox Sports Radio. Hang tight. We got more next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Now, Atlanta is the ultimate baseball hotspot, and you can be part of the excitement here at Capital One All-Star Village. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes. Who wants that?
bigger, bolder, better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes. Who wants that?
bigger,
bolder,
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater.
One All-Star Village. Drew, today, head to the Cobb Galleria for baseball fun, live entertainment, and interactive games like Danny G's CNR's All-Star Trivia. That was great, Danny G. But lots of interactive games. Pitching and batting and fan festivities. You guys got to come. If you got kids, you definitely got to be here. There's so much fun out here. Buy tickets today. allstargame.com. Again, thank you to the Dan Patrick Nation. In for Dan Patrick.
Thank you, Danettes.
Everything at Covino and Rich. Shout out to the affiliates, the iHeartRadio app. And if you dig our show, 2 to 4 from the West, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on the East. And we have a bonus podcast you could watch or listen to. It's called Overpromised with Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. But we'll be here tomorrow also in for Dan Patrick. And thanks again for your feedback at Covino and Rich, where you could see us bushwhacking. Print Glass Football Podcast says, guys, Justin Herbert predicted that he would be a professional quarterback in L.A. According to SI, his mother kept a worksheet where he wrote this prediction when he was 9 years old. That was on the Dan Patrick Show. And that is cool. You see a lot of these kids throw that out there. But the thing is, the dream doesn't come true for everybody. So when it does, you got to applaud it. Just like Cal Raleigh saying he's the home run derby champ. And there's video of it. And he goes and does that last night.
And Michigan is in the house. Cy Spears tweeted into us. He says, Isaac Tesla, third-round draft pick by the Lions, is a Michigan kid who showed up to pre-draft meetings with the team wearing a Lions jersey he had since he was a kid.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You know, there's a great feel-good story about how my dude, Polar Bear Pete Alonso, wrote a school paper, an assignment. What do you want to be when you grow up?
And he said a polar bear? Did he say a big goon?
He did not say a big goon. He said, I'm going to be a professional slugger. And he got an F on the project because the teacher wrote, no, a realistic future.
Wow.
And he,
in your face,
from that point on, was like, oh, yeah, all right. So that's a big story in like the Mets community that Pete Alonso was told, no, like for real.
Well, my guy, Garrett Cole, you know, he bounced around the AL, as you guys remember, right, as an Astro and everything else.
He was a cheater at one point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's called spider tackling now.
But he's famously photographed as a little kid holding up a sign at a Yankee game that said, Yankee fan today, tomorrow, forever. And then, you know, the guy is a superstar all-star Yankee who didn't cover first base in the World Series last year, but still, we move on from that.
But
again, when you see those childhood dreams come true, You got to embrace it. Props again to Cal Raleigh making it happen. And as we discussed in great detail first hour, if you missed it, catch the podcast. Nothing gives us more childlike joy than the home run derby, because we had a blast last night watching this guy's dreams come true.
Speaking about predicting, there was a guy, I'm just looking on Twitter, X, there was a guy that before Jazz Chisholm batted, wrote, "I'm so scared Jazz is going to hit like 3."
Oh, man.
People are all retweeting this guy. And
do that, man.
There was another funny social media response. Someone wrote on X, "Hey, Rooker, did you really need to feed your baby on camera? Some people want to just watch you play."
Oh, that's corny.
What an a-hole,
it's
right?
a family
And then
event.
he
It's a fun event.
He responded, "Yeah, it was her 9 o'clock feeding. She's 11 months old." Yes, it was necessary.
So guys, enjoy the game tonight. We'll be there. Look out for us again. But we're honored to be filling in for Dan Patrick. Pumped to be there tonight. Enjoy the game and join us tomorrow.
All right, until then, have a great Tuesday. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
See you from Atlanta tomorrow.